Good guys, give me a second. I'm just sorting something out here. That was good, gang. Yeah, I've had my break, man. I've had my break. Got to put a couple of things to bed as well, but we're all good. We're all good. Just need to have a look at. We need to have a look at Ethereum, see what she's doing. What's good, Pimp Pimp? Adriana, how you doing, love? Carlos, who else is in here? Ginger, what's up, man? Justin. Oh, day. Here we got in here. Evening all, yeah. Duster, Casper, what's happening? Hi Gurkha, what's good, my friend? Zith, what's happening? Nice W, right? Now retesting 50 MA. I'm waiting for confirmation on that. Khalid, what's good, man? Tino's server. You need to change that, bro, man. That's funny. Draw the bomb, what's happening? Kirk, what are you saying, bro? It's quite funny, though. I'll give you that. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of people having a bit of a funny day today. Wait for a few heads to come in, guys. Get yourselves your drinks. I've got my tea ready. Change it when I've learned to master skill of trading. Fair play, bro. I'm gonna hold you to that then. Got stuck in a trade too long because I didn't listen. What's happening, Arnold, man? Hope you're well, Arno. Cape Town. My uncle lives there. Well, actually, he lives in Joburg, but South Africa. From Kapstadt to Africa. No way. Just gonna wait for you, a few people coming in. How come you can hear someone tell you do the simple thing? Because we always feel like we can do it better. That's the reason. Gomez, you've waited all day. Litchfield is Ethereum. We always talk about Ethereum. I'm gonna get into Bitcoin. I'll go through some of your coins. I'm not gonna spend too much time on the live tonight, guys. Just I wasn't due to come on, so you guys may not have expected it. You may have obviously set yourselves plans. I know from the past when I've done it unexpectedly, a few of you got pretty cheesed up about it, but hey. Well, I hope it works, Rosettis. Martin, what's happening? What are you saying, Tiny? I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Litecoin as such shows it's gapped up on this platform. But just look at it. Every time I look at Litecoin, it's just going up. This has been the sleeping dragon, guys. This has been, I remember looking at this when it was like £45. I just didn't think anything of it. You know, look at that. It's crazy. See, I'm more prone to trading Litecoin because look at the spread. Very small. So I'm liking that spread. The Ethereum spread is huge. Oh, I'm going to look at I haven't looked at my cryptos at all. I only look at them when you guys ask me to look at them. This is Ethereum. If you can't see the screen clearly, it's probably because you may need to change the quality of it. Other than that, it's Ethereum. Yeah, I hold Ethereum and Fetch. No, do not add to I don't add nothing to Litecoin right now, my friend. It's just going up. Because of the gap up, you can see here, rise, retrace, continuation. So your entry would have been there. However, we've missed the boat on that. So now we're waiting for the drop, effectively. That's what we're waiting for. So we're waiting for this rise, retrace, continuation. That's what we're waiting for. All right. ETC. JJ. Hello, babes. 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 I don't know, JJ, female, male, I don't know, babes, what we saying? What's the indirect here, man? I've been getting called B. Where's Kenobi, man? Kenobi called me B, you know? I'm good, JJ. Litchfield, he's like, babes. Stephanie, what's good? Kurt, what's happening? Had swim sessions in the ocean. Wicked. Dash is on. Fire. I can imagine. Coming through with the surprise live. This is it. Yeah, had to, man. Need to just talk about this $1 million challenge that's just gone to shit. You know, just need to air out a few things. Good time to buy, James. Do not buy. If you're here for this, if you're hearing this live for 5 minutes, do not buy Litecoin now. Alfredo, what's happening, my man? A good spread. It has to be, in terms of cryptocurrency, it has to be less than 200. Less, because if you look at the smaller picture, okay, I mean 200, I can sort of work with that, you know, I can work with that. But look at the distance between, yeah, so I have to earn 250 points before I see a profit. Nah, I don't want to sit in that long, you know. Naturally, guys, when you start trading and it gets to a point where you're doing it every day, you start to see, you know, you're going to start putting in requirements for you to improve your chances. The spread is put there to effectively you know, it's against you. It's the ante. You know, in terms of poker, it's the ante or blinds. I don't want to be going into a trade with a blind. You know, me putting my money down is already a blind. It's already a risk. Why do I need to pay more into it? It's hard enough we've got a commission. Why am I going to play into that spread? No, thank you. Forget that. No worries, James. Nice to see you. I'm going to check everything now. I'm just going to wait for a few people to come in, man. Now, mate wants me back since she saw. Guys, ask yourself before you consider a purchase in any cryptocurrency, ask yourself, would a market maker buy at the price that you would like to buy in at? So if you were to look at Litecoin now, do you think a market maker would buy at this point? Market makers at this point are getting rid of positions, you know? Ethereum's cool. Ethereum is doing fine. She's all good. Oh yeah, it's Valentine's Day. No way. I will. I'm going to check everything out, guys. I will get to that. Are we waiting for Litecoin to go back? Okay, let's have a look at Litecoin in a second. Let me just bring up Litecoin. So it looks like people are now interested in Litecoin now that it's X amount, which is so funny. There's Litecoin. Here we go. ETH is the daddy of the lots tokens. Yep, this is true. Tina, can I please have a look at GRT? All right, Adam, 2 seconds, bro. I'm going to get into looking at coins in a sec, guys. I'm going to do all that in a sec. I'm just going to do this for Adam. Standard stuff. It's not moved. It's not moved. Forget, yeah, I'll get onto that, my man. No worries. No worries. Happy to look at some Forex pairs. That's what I'm looking to do. You invite Ricardo, you invited Ethereum on a day but left you hanging. I have a feeling about tonight. Installed a crypto watch face on a smartwatch. Okay. Wicked. Yeah, GRT ain't doing much, man. I mean, you could say it's forming. It is forming a nice little W, but let's see what it does. We need to see. It's at the 50-day. It's pinned the 50-day. Look, it's completely pinned the 50-day right there. You know, look at that bit there, right there. Anyone know how to get rid of this cursor, the crosshairs? There you go, dot. No. Arrow. There we go. Thank God for that. Here we got here. I'm vet. I'm going to go through all of that in a sec. Sorry, was XLM pulled from Coinbase? What? XLM pulled from Coinbase? Why? Why is it being pulled? Don't tell me that. No, man. They would have reacted to it. Do you know I have totally different patterns in Ethereum 15M on IC markets compared to Admiral markets? What can it be? You've got totally different patterns. So I'm guessing on IC markets you see a gap up. Can you see a gap up in IC markets? Let me know if you can see a gap up. Yeah, that's what happens. Gap ups, you know. Kenobi, man, what's good, brother? What are you saying, man? I've got a sheet. Nah, man, there's no scare. I was reading comments for 10 mins and nothing that popped up again. Strange. It's still good, man. You got me worried there, man. Yes, well, I haven't completed it yet because it's going longer than expected. David, I'll get onto that. We're going to do that in a sec. I'm just waiting for a few people to come into the live. I'll check it out now whilst we're waiting. So USD. Nice. Peak formation. Come out of the formation right there. Rise up. Drop. Now waiting for retrace. Continuation. Well, to the 200. So we're waiting for. Or it could actually just do it there and form at the 200 day. So it depends on what they decide to do. Now I'll get through it, man. Mez, what's good, man? I'm good, bro. I'm good. Christian, how are you, my friend? You've ruined all other crypto tubers' videos. I can't listen to bullish and bearish talk anymore. The sad truth is there are a lot of people that are that they are hooked to it, man, because that's all they know. That's all they know. They ain't gonna know anything else. Yet they come back and they still lose. They come back for more. It just tells me that they're just there for entertainment, which is there's no problem. Naruto, it goes up, I believe. What are you talking about, Naruto? What have you asked? It goes up, I believe, just to smash the like button. Rockets field. Well, look, Ethereum right now is just sat there. If we look at Ethereum across the exchanges, you can see the actual price actions right there. 1813. Yeah, it says 1810 on here. So there could be some line of arbitrage, but I'd have to test it. Donatello, what's good, my man? Nah, you ain't late, bro. I just started, bro. 35k cycle at 4415. Alright, Litchfield, you take it easy, my friend. JJ. Channel, yo. How you? I'm good, man. Possible breakout or dump coming. Has done only 2 times from the lows. Bitcoin. Yes, Ken. Let me bring up Ken. Bring up a new chart for Ken. Oh, they've changed it. Ah. They've updated it. Fair enough. Interesting. Whoa, 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 what are you doing? Why are you doing that? Sorry, guys. Man, that was crazy. Okay, Bitcoin. SK, what's happening? Ken, here we go. Bitcoin. Let me just get rid of these lines on here. I need to fix my strategy on here now. I need to make my charts a little bit more tidy, so it's easy on the eyes for you guys, because we've got tomorrow's stream. Whoa, what is this? Edit the levels, access panel on, show levels off. Okay, cool. So Bitcoin, what's she doing? Pretty simple stuff, really. We've got a peak formation here. Okay. Bitcoin is 12 days since its last main peak formation. 12 days, and it doesn't look like it's going to stop. Okay. But something interesting is happening here. We've got ourselves a rise. Okay. Pull back, rise again, pull back, and then just a line to the side. Okay. So Bitcoin right now is sitting at the 50-day on 1 hour time frame. Okay. Something tells me if the strength in Bitcoin isn't here, okay, they may actually look to pull back, retrace to the 50-day and continue down to the 200-day and form. Okay. But guys, you have to wait. You have to wait for a strike. You have to wait for an entry, and your entry is going to be based on where the price arrives at the 200-day and forms a formation. Okay, it may even take the 200-day out. All right, but it has to be when it's at the 200-day. Don't look to make any entries here. You want to do any hero trades? Fine. If you don't see a profit within 2 hours, get out the trade. If you hold in the trade, you completely dismiss the 2-hour rule. Do not tell anyone about your loss, because everyone will just drop on you and say, how long was the trade for? Did you place a 2-hour trade? Did you do this? And then you're going to be putting yourself in a position where you're having to say no, no, no to every question. Okay? Wait for the pattern to play out. Okay? The pattern is there to protect you. The pattern is there to make money. The pattern is there because it's the pattern. All right? It works. If you want to do 50 to 60% success rate on your trading, fine. Okay? There's nothing wrong with that. But I'm not in this business for 50 to 60% wins. You know, as the main man says himself, it's about hitting the 80s and the 90s. I want to be right near enough all the time. I know I'm not going to be right all the time, but I want to improve the chances of being right the majority of the time. So the only way I can do that is if I stick to a set of rules that protects me and my capital. You know, don't enter with too much leverage. Because if I wanted to, I could place a trade now and just sit here and wait for a short to happen as such. No rules, no nothing. I just wait for a short. I'll only invest a certain amount of money so that I can give myself a stop of yesterday's high, and I'll leave that there. I wake up in the morning and see where Bitcoin's at. But I ain't gonna do that. I don't want to do that. That's gambling. I'd rather go to the casino. You know, at least I'll have a good time. You know, that's what you need to do, guys. You need to protect your account. The game is about being in the game, not going, trying as hard as you can to get out unintentionally. Wesley, what's good, man? Just got out. Trade re-entry 1811. Thank you, Wesley, man. Thank you so much, bro. Okay, Ethereum. You entered in at 1811. Okay, so you're right at your entry there. I mean, it's a bit premature for me, to be honest with you. It's a bit premature for me. We are still within the first leg of the peak formation. All right. And frankly, if you haven't seen a profit within 2 hours of placing the trade, get out. You know, because price could come up here and could come down. You want it effectively to come down here a little bit, okay, in order to confirm that when it does retrace back to the 50-day moving average up here, because the 50-day will actually ride across here, you know that you're going to be seeing a shift candle, which is in line with the pattern. There's your pattern. You know, that's what you're waiting for. But with the fact that Grayscale just added another 58,000 contracts, it's like they're doing it all the time. You know, so people are going to start getting bored of that. It's now becoming old news. Grayscale keeps buying it. So people only expect them to keep buying it. So the market is very savage like that when it comes to news. If you know, if a person just keeps buying and buying and buying and buying, in the end, the investors are just like, okay, cool. Well, they're just going to keep buying anyway. We need more people to buy, not just one person buying. That's what's really going to manipulate, you know, make the market move. Lev, the painting tool, I am not going to recommend this painting tool. No, I'm not going to tell anyone what it is or where it's from. And the reason being because it's an absolute pathetic thing. You know, I think my computer's pretty good. And for some reason, every time I start my computer, this thing here causes problems for me. I don't know why. There must be a virus behind it. I don't know. But for the sake of convenience, it's easy for me to use. Yeah, it looks kind of nice. It has its utility, but man, it's a pain in the ass, man. You know? If I do a drawing here, come away from the chart, it's still there. I don't want that. You know? Atari, you know? Kenobi, man. Ryan, I said this a few streams ago. The reason why it's so large is it's because they know, guys, there's the pricing factor of it, okay? But it's because they know guys are going to be going to their platform. People are going to start using exchanges like, you know, big brokers like IC Markets, Admiral, Pepperstone. The reason being is because they know that people are having problems with, you know, Binance. You know, everything's being changed about. There's not consistency. People's orders aren't being hit, not being closed. And that's because they can't handle the volume of traders coming in. All right. Whereas this platform here, you're trading the spread of Ethereum dollar. You know, you're just trading it with contracts. You don't actually own Ethereum when you trade on this chart here, which is easy because then you don't have to pay any gas fees or any admin fees. You only pay a spread depending on the account you open, or you pay a fixed commission. I thought there were 3 levels before there being a peak formation. Ricardo, welcome to the market makers. They can change things at any point. Do not assume, guys, okay, that simply because I draw this chart pattern here, okay, that it's going to work exactly in that favor. We can't be naive into thinking that. No, the market makers can change at any point. You've noticed, I always say, what helps you understand it better, guys, is if you say, right, we've got a peak formation here, but we are a cycle within a cycle. I mean, look, there was a W formation here. W formation worked out perfectly for us. Came back down, retested a previous low, but it didn't take it out. Why? Because there's money trapped in this area. They had money trapped in this area here. Okay, guys, that came when they saw that price came up here, it touched the M3. What not many know have or use the M3, but some guys will see that as a lower high. You know, and they'll be like, oh, it's made a lower high. Okay, let's enter short. You know, that's how they work it. I didn't know I could like your videos twice. I do it on my computer, my phone. Thank you, Stephanie. It kind of already drew the W pattern there. I don't know why and how. Okay, cool. Let's have a look. So on the 1 hour time frame, Ethereum, yeah, it has drawn the pattern, but IC markets, this is what I mean, guys. For some reason, IC markets has gapped up. Okay, it's effectively missing data. All right, because of that close and that maintenance as well. But see, the thing is, they actually do close all the time. They do close over the weekend. They close from 10 o'clock at night on a Friday, and then they open again 10 o'clock Saturday. But this update that they're doing, they've been given the impression that they're going to be keeping these platforms open. So we'll see. The NFT market, I mean, it's non-fungible tokens as such. It is good, man. It is good. There are various ways you can play around with NFTs. You either create art and sell it on OpenSea, or you can play games like Hash or Gods Unchained. That's a good game. There's a problem with Gods Unchained, man. For some reason, I can't seem to, you know, create or use the fortify or something, you know, to create cards as such. But yeah, and then you can use those cards and list them on OpenSea. I mean, there's a card on there right now for, 88,000 Ethereum. Who's gonna buy 88,000 Ethereum NFT token, man? Wow. Kamarian, what's good? Dropped 20k on Ethereum at 1810. Gonna hold long term. Feel good about the near future. You bought at 1810. Fair enough, bro. If you're holding it, good conviction that you're holding it. You're happy to hold it as well. When will Bitcoin draw the W? Well, Bitcoin, quite frankly, guys, depends on what time frame you're looking at Bitcoin at. Depend on what time frame you're looking at it from. I mean, if you want the honest opinion, there could be something bigger than that happening on Bitcoin. Because this here, the high here took out the high here, okay? There's two things that we could consider here. You could see that this could be, it could be a W. It could be, but I'm not too keen on that. Because I'm looking at price at the 50-day and I'm thinking, right, okay, is this actually a bigger M formation? But the high has been taken out, okay? And then we look closer and we're like, right, okay, we've got one high here, and a low here. Are we looking at a head and shoulders formation? But the thing is, even if it is a head and shoulders formation, okay, it's a small head and shoulders formation. Why? Because the consolidation period has been terrible. I mean, if you're going to consider this as the main one, so you can go head and shoulders here, here, maybe here. Will it pull back? It might pull back down to the 200-day to align up with this area here, but it all depends because Bitcoin is now a fashionable thing. It's nearly at 50k, guys. It's nearly at 50k. People are going to want that to go even further. So what you've also got to understand, guys, is the market makers will, they will print the cycles. They will print the formations. I mean, look, we had a W formation here. Up it went. Level 1. Do you understand? If it stays above this area here, okay, we are effectively in level 1. Ah, shit. We are effectively in the cycle level 1. So as long as price stays above, upper shark fin, Litecoin starting to top out. As long as it stays above this area here, all right, we are still in level 1. I mean, even if it comes down to here, if it comes down to this area, okay, we are still effectively in level 1. We've come out to form level 1. Now we need level 1 to be confirmed. That means we need price to rise. So what I'm saying to you is we're expecting another move to the upside from Bitcoin. We're expecting another move to the upside from Bitcoin. Okay, let me just acknowledge everyone. I see markets closed between 11 and 12 on a Friday night. I'm open at 12 Sunday night. Oh, they're open now, man. Here we go. Good day, man. How you doing, Canada? Waves from Canada. Cheers, mate. Nice one, brother. Can you look at Dash, Tino? Thinking about buying some. If you want to look at Dash, I'll get Dash up for you now. I personally wouldn't buy Dash now, but that's my opinion. I wouldn't buy it. It's just too high up. Oh God, go away. Oh shoot, I just closed my chart. Let me do that again. We've got Dash template. Let me see where it's at. Stop doing that, man. Sorry about that, guys. I'm just going to look at Dash somewhere else, man, because it's just winding me up, that is. I need to sort that out. Okay, Dash. Yeah, Dash is just rising out, man. you know, you want to wait for at least a correction. Wait for a correction, man, to at least one of the moving averages, the 50 mainly, before you start buying it. Don't buy into a high. Even if it does continue to go up high and say, oh, you missed the train. Well, the practice is what I'm more interested in protecting you with. You know, it's about making sure you don't buy at the high. That's what retail traders do. You know? Right, Ethereum is moving. What we got? Pivot point, M3 to the zone. M2 is effectively confirmed. So I'm looking at M4 projection. Yeah. They are closed. That's crazy. I mean, it might be different for people around the world, man. I don't know why. I mean, it's opening in UK, different offices, bro, man. So I don't know. You know, different offices. Ripple. What's Ripple doing? Here we go. Oops, no. Wow, look at Ripple, man. Look at Ripple. That is nuts. So slow. Yeah, man, I don't know why then, man. I really don't know why. I don't understand why IC Markets is open now, but it's closed for you. Who knows, man? EOS is rising, man. £5. You know what, guys? That's a good shout, man. That is a good shout for a coin like that. EOS is just moving. It is moving. Look, stopping volume, guys. You see it? Stopping volume. That is a perfect example of stopping volume right there. Perfect example. Pins out of the 50-day moving average. Traps all the guys who go short. They started going short here. And the market makers quickly added some more positions and closed just to throw off the market. Stopping volume there. And then they came here. The true stopping volume. Bang. Up it went. It's open here as well, but I use a VPN. Ah. Yes, crypto. It is valid, man. Yeah, it's. I know I'm considering on Ethereum, I'm missing effectively time on there. The W is valid. You know, this is just like an anomaly in the system itself. You know, when you look at Ethereum on across the board, that's why it's good to have another source. Always have another source. There you go. Always have another source. This is the hour time frame, guys, as well. You know, this is the hour time frame. But then the 15-minute, what does that print? Yeah, the hour time frame. Yeah, this forget this W, guys. It's a little bit too big. Got a rise there. Got a drop there. There's a low. And now we've got trading view, go away. We've got that. Okay. So now Ethereum is rising, 1823. The exchange says here 1820. Arbitrage. Arbitrage. Yes, guys, remember the 1 hour time frame, okay, is the cycle. Where are we in the cycle? All right. The 15-minute is what's going to show you the setup, the pattern. All right. You can see the pattern here. Ethereum dollar on Kraken. And you got IC markets here. It's missing data here. All right. So you got the W formation right there. Look at that big W formation here. You got a little W there. Remember, when you draw a W, you trade the size of that W because it's a small consolidation period, you know? Look at, oh my God, to finally break the upside today. Oh my God. I hear that. Okay, cool. Right. That's pretty much where, oh my God, is it? £7. $7 as such. Yeah, it is too high, man. That's what I mean. I hate that. Way too high. Look at it, man. 700-800, man. I ain't gonna touch this if I'm doing it. Okay, so has anybody just before we start just doing all this mad checking coins and what have you, you know, has anyone got any questions besides asking me what charts to look at? Is it probably a good entry on all-time no trade? Is it probably a good entry on a Ethereum trade? Tell me that says Ethereum. Are you asking me, NG Comics, are you asking me for an all-time high trade? I'm good, Benjamin, man. Thanks for asking, bro. I'm good. Which can you use the indicators you use to confirm the W's? I use lines. That's what I use. There's not an indicator that does it. Tiff's rules, not mine. Apparently we have to like the I'm gonna like my own stream. Guys, 195 of you and there's only 78 likes. That's a bit harsh. Come on, guys. That's a bit harsh. Yeah, I'm gonna look at that. I'm just gonna go through certain questions. I want to know where people's heads are at. Lucas, she took a long. Like the stream, you rats. Great question, Channel. Great question. Chuck G, how you doing? Unless you want me to call you babes again. Channel, the reason why I come to the channel as such is because I've come to a point where I'm like, okay, I'm seeing what everyone's doing. It's TikTok's fault. It was TikTok's fault, you know? Because I'm seeing guys just talking about TradingView and just talking all sorts of shit, hyping people up. And when I started the YouTube, initially the TikTok itself, I was like, let me test the waters. Let me see what I can do here. So I started posting stuff and people were like, that doesn't make sense. What are you on about? Doesn't make sense and what have you. I was like, right, okay, so I kind of like see where people are at. And then I thought YouTube is going to have guys on there that, do good jobs as such. And I thought, let me go on there and just, let me showcase my journey as such. Let me help people. Let me take what I do on Twitter and let me see if I can do it in a video format just to cater for people as well. And it's great for me as well because I get to, regurgitate the same information in my mind. I'm always having to learn and understand certain concepts. And then before you know it, people are like, they like in the psychological part of trading. And I'm like, right, they're only really going to learn how to apply the psychology if they're seeing how you work it, how you develop into a trade, because you're only going to learn how to psychologically handle something if it happens. It's great me talking about it in hindsight. You're just going to nod your head and be like, yeah, man, that sounds cool. It sounds great to listen to. Then you finish the stream and then you're thinking, right, what time is it? I'm hungry. It just goes out, you know? So when you can see it happening live on a live stream as such and understand the mentality there, then happy days. But then it led me over to thinking more like, right, okay, what do people understand about trading? They clearly don't understand how it really works, and there's no one out there that talks about it as such. All right. Now there are guys that are doing a good job, but there's no one, I haven't seen anyone talk so in depth about how the market makers move price, you know? Correct me if I'm wrong, I stand to be corrected. If there is anyone else that does it, then fair play to them, they're doing the right thing. But there are more people doing the wrong thing than there is people doing the right thing. And I'm gonna focus on that. Happy Saturday, Chuck. Cheers, bro. You know. Okay, I understand each trade is like personal taste, but I do want some sort of percentage profit and loss that is good for beginners, if such a thing can be done. Look, let's play games. Try and avoid approaching trading on a statistical setup. You know, don't say to yourself that you want to achieve 2-3% each time, you know, with, 1% drawdown as such. Your job is not to make money when you come into this game. Your job is to understand how it works with the most minimal cost. All right, because you can, if you want, put 10 grand into an account, do what I did, put 10 grand into an account, hype yourself up, go on Instagram, look at all the traders, look at their positions, look at how much money they're making off 10 grand, happy days. You go do the same, 2 days later you lose the money, and then you come back scratching your head thinking, what have I done? You know, I wish I could have just used £1,000 to learn rather than pay 10 grand and lose it in 2 days. Well, what is that? Do you understand? You know, I didn't send an email saying that if I want to stay on 151, I could request my account move to Europe office. Can you do that? So slow. If you can do that, that'll be awesome. Because if you can do that, then surely people in America can do that. Great idea. And very few that are doing some technical videos. Yeah, man, I'm gonna keep doing it, bro. I'm gonna keep doing it. 20. Do I think 20? Do I think Ether can hit by the end of 21? Bro, that is a hype question, man. I'm not gonna give you that answer. I'm gonna be straight with you. Okay? You know, I'm going to be straight with you. If you want the hype, then you go to the other channel where they'll mislead you into believing that. But we're talking about in a year's time, you know? Wouldn't you want to know what Ethereum's going to do in the next 2 days? Because you can profit from that, you know? I'm going to make sure that we effectively started this channel. We started this channel when Ethereum was here. That's it. We started, hit here, 28th of Jan. That's when we started the channel. Not the channel, started talking about cryptocurrency. It was here. Now, if you watch all the streams, you'll see that I have pretty much walked everyone through this up move, okay? With explanations and understanding what's going to happen next, how to approach the next step, okay? This was last Sunday, all right? Last Sunday was awesome because we then went on to see a beautiful rise to the upside. Now we are 5 days away from the peak. You know, this is why I say to you, it's important, right, that you understand about the peak formation. You know, always trade away from it. Always trade long when you're trading from a peak, W peak formation. JJ, tried to get some people to watch the stream today. They said it's all a conspiracy theory. Man, it's hard to convince. They said it was a conspiracy theory. Okay. Okay. I'm glad they think that. You know? Because if you were to say to them, okay, go and get yourself an indicators, go tell you against me trading, okay, and we'll see where we stand. And then you'll come to me and ask me, how come you've succeeded more than what we have? And you'll say, well, I'm using a conspiracy theory. That's what you say. What's the conspiracy theory? Where is the conspiracy? It's in plain sight. It's black and white. Well, it's red and green. You know, there's a cycle here. Understand it. You know, I don't see why it's a conspiracy theory. So because they think it's a conspiracy theory, it's good to accept that you're being misled and being told the wrong information. You know, people get their backs up if they're misled in any way, shape or form. If you're able to tell someone, look, the way we're doing it is wrong, this is the right way, and they say on what grounds, and you explain it to them, and they still think it's a conspiracy, well, their limitations of the way they can expand their mind leaves them in that position. You really don't need to have time for that. You don't need to bring it to them, you know? Just know that when you've turned yourself into a profitable trader, they're going to come and ask you, how did you do it? And that's when you just politely say to them, go forth and multiply. You know, you thought it was a conspiracy then, you're going to think it's a conspiracy now. There's your limitation. You allowed a conspiracy that you conjured up in your mind. I mean, I get defensive when people say that, you know, the market maker story is bullshit. You know, that there it just makes me think, wow, You know, you're the guy that buys the books off Amazon. You know, now there's nothing wrong in buying books off Amazon, but the content that is delivered from Amazon, okay, it's just making people lose. That's why 95% of traders lose, because they all follow the wrong thing. And no one will, you know, that percentage will stay at 95%. You know, it will stay there. Get 500,000 people to do this, all right? Stand them in the line and explain it to them. Some will, some won't. But I guess it's the people that have lost more money and they keep losing and they really want to master trading that are the ones that are willing to accept another angle. The guys that haven't lost money in trading or don't really take it seriously, they're the ones that I say, forget that, man. I'm going to go with this guy. This guy says it's X, Y, and Z. You know, I've got to buy his book, I buy his course. You stay there. You keep buying the courses and the books, because courses, the information on courses, okay, it's just information that's taken, that's available on the internet and presented in a lovely way, okay? If you know, one guy sells one course, then another guy sells exactly the same course, but he uses a different logo. It's really what's appealing to the eyes. They're fantastic. Someone said it, you know, traders are fantastic marketeers. You know, they are great at marketing. They know how to market their product. And that's that. Lev, I'm going to explain the cycles. Cool. Some people don't understand, but the importance of getting to understand something and move on from the excitement state. This is it, A Groove. This is what it is. Let's just start with 100 quid and just focus on growing it. Yeah, your goal is to grow an account, all right? And the way you grow it is by taking frequent trades and getting paid on them. Please don't think you can use £100 and turn it into $1 million. You know? Please don't think that. I have got a video on my YouTube that shows you how to grow a small account. But there's something on there that tells you that you can't make, there's a mistake that you can't make. And it's the mistake I used to make all the time. All right? Turning £125 into 1,026, like 700% increase. Okay? But that's not to show you that I turned £100 into 1,000. That's bullshit. I can do that at a casino. Anyone can do that. You know? The methodology behind it's applying the same thing over and over again. It's the, you know, sticking to your rule. If you stick to a rule, the proof's in the pudding right there. There's the stats on the video. There's stats on the video. Go look at it. You know, you can see 110 trades, sample size, you know, and it was not done in 4 trades. You know, I'm going to look at the guy that tells me that he made £1,000 from £100, okay? And if he shows me he's done it in 3 trades, I'm going to scratch my head and say, what? And you think you're very good at trading because you've done that? Because you've done it in 3 trades? Does that make you a great trader because you're able to capitalize and expose the hell out of yourself in 3 trades? That's not consistent behavior. That's gambling. That's fluke. Do it over a sample size of trades, then I'm going to say, yo, man, that makes sense. How have you managed to repeat the same thing over and over and still earn from it? You know? What's up, Jafar? My thoughts on GRT, it's not moving right now. I've looked at GRT, but I'm doing a bit of like a quick Q&A, guys. I really want to cover like a Q&A. Look, it's not really doing much. It's just going sideways. You know, we're at peak formation here, a W formation. If it continues to hold above the 50-day, happy days, and it will ride up to the upside. But if it comes down to the 200, if it comes any lower than this area here, okay, then we are effectively looking to, you know, wait for another pattern to form, because it can do whatever it wants. Once it breaks the 200 day and keeps going down, I'm waiting for a pattern to form. I'm not interested in trying to ride it short, you know? What was that? $5 holler on the Audi boys. I started my first trade on the 1st of Feb and I'm up 4.5k. That's a very, very, very good conspiracy. Yeah. Praise the Lord. That's true. Glory to God, man. Here we go. I told them just listen to 15 minutes of the stream and then judge, but they're not ready for facts. They just want to be misled. That's cool, bro. Let them put their money to those guys. That's fine. Make the point to them and just you show them. You deliver. They also called you a bot. Oh, my days. Oh my god, why the fuck you lie? What's this? Because they play off what we expect them to do, despite following certain patterns, they still know we're watching indicators. Because that's everything that everyone's been going on. You know, everyone's been told to do that. You know? I'm just going through the questions, guys. I would like to know more about different candle formations, such as Stopper and Brittany. Great question. Okay, Ken. We're waiting for the pattern to confirm, right? Okay. Right, let me just go through what Ken was talking about. Okay. So there are certain candlestick formations that we all need to, you know, consider. Tino bot 3000. Wow. Once you become the A trader knight, you have to face the Emperor MM in the light candle duel. Stable Doomer. Thanks for good advice, man. As a beginner, I appreciate your down to earth approach. No worries, Stable, man. All right, cool. So listen, we're just going to go over the question that Ken Barbie asked. All right. It's a really important question because what's really crazy, guys, is everyone is asking my opinion on what other cryptocurrency is doing. Okay. Now, I only really look at those charts to really, you know, help you guys understand how to see patterns and what have you, you know. But I'm guessing that all you'll take from it is, right, he said it's peak formation. I trust his word. Okay, I'm going to place a trade. I'm going to tell him if it wins, and I may tell him if it loses, you know. Now, don't be like that, guys. You know, I go through the other cryptos as well because, you know, I want to cater for what you guys asked me for. But we got to start looking at the context. What are we here for? Do you know, do you guys want to learn how to trade? Do you want to understand the moves? Because if you understand the moves, you can pull up a chart and then place your orders and, you know, make your trades based on what you understand what I'm talking about. Then come back to me and say, Tino, I watched one video or I watched several videos. I started applying it. My account now is up 5.5 grand. You know, thank you very much. That's me doing the job. You know, that's what I want to achieve. All right. So I'm going to get into Ken Barbie's question. What are effectively the candles, the Stopper, the Brittany, and what have you? Okay, then, so go back to basics. The stopping candle, all right? The stopping volume candle, I'm going to bring it here, okay? Back to Sunday, all right? Let's go back to Sunday on the 1 hour time frame, the start of the week. This, guys, is the stopping volume, all right? Now, you might want to pay attention to this, guys, because this is what this session's about. We'll go for a couple of coins, but I want to really give you context, okay? So thank you for asking that question, Ken. All right. What's a stopping candle? Right. This is what a stopping candle looks like. Okay. It can be this size. All right. But it also can be this size. Where are we? Let me find one. Here we go. It can also be that size there. And it can be that size. It can be a red candle, it can be a green candle, it can be a blue, or it can be a purple candle. Okay? The purple and the blue don't really carry a conviction. You know, it's just saying to you that, yeah, there was a little bit of a sell and a little bit of a buy in that area. It was above average, but the greens and the reds are way above average. That's market makers. You know? So this candle here, this one here, this is a stopping volume candle. Now, I've asked this question before, but we've been all busy asking about, you know, what's Oh My God going to do? What's GRT going to do? Okay, so here we go. The stopping candle is one of the tools that the market makers use to stop price from going away from their intentions and freeing up the money that the retail traders are trying to get hold of. Remember, what's the principle? The principle is when price rises, who's in control? Let's do a 101 lesson. Who's in control when price rises? Anyone that's new, please answer. Anyone that's old, stay quiet. Anyone that's new, okay? Always one. Market makers, my mom. Who you calling old? No, 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 I ain't saying old. Sellers, sellers. Okay, 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 okay. Sellers. So everybody that is old, okay, answered the question. Everyone that's new hasn't. Talia, buyers. Real Amigos is new. Lev is old. Soul, yep. Soul, man, you're one of the vets, bro. You've been here from day. Buyers, traders, A Groove, okay. The blue pearl dot me, okay. Market makers, Adam Arnold, okay. The sellers, correct. The Real Amigos, buyers, okay. So this is why I said the guys who already know don't answer, man. You know. But what's good is, the guys who didn't know, have said buyers. Now the reason why they've said buyers is because standard economics tells you, all right. When there's a supply for when there's a demand for something, its value increases. Correct. Yeah. When there's a demand for something, its value increases. Thus, hence why price rises. But that's an illusion. That's economics. That's in the shop. That's in retail with physical supply and demand. We're not talking about physical supply and demand in this. We're talking about money supply and demand. And the way you get money supply and demand to work is you have to be there to give a market. In order to fulfill supply and demand in the markets, you have to create the market, which means when price is rising, the buyers aren't in control because the buyers are the ones that are stepping in saying, here's my money, can someone take it at this price? So a market maker steps in and says, you want to buy at this price. Well, I'm going to give you that price, okay, and use your liquidity to get my sell order at a higher price, right? The buyer thinks he's got his money in good because he's got a buy, and he's like, yo, man, yeah, listen, I just brought 12 Ethereum. Yeah, wicked. That's cool. Now, 12 Ethereum, let's assume that it's not buying physically 12 Ethereum. I'm talking about buying it in the market on the exchange, like on this platform here, okay? So he's brought 12 contracts of Ethereum, okay? Now, when he buys the 12 contracts, this is crucial, guys. When he buys the 12 contracts, in order for him to make money on those contracts, okay, the market maker has to give him the liquidity for it. So he matches his liquidity, okay, to the buyer, right? Now, the market maker sells the contract to the buyer buys it. When the buyer wants to realize a profit, he takes his profit and uses the liquidity the market maker gave him to create the purchase, all right? If the buyer loses, the market maker takes the liquidity from the buyer that he used to get the sell in, okay? So when price is rising, it means that the market makers are selling. So a seller is in control. It's a seller's market. Why? Because market makers don't buy at highs. You're not going to see one institutional fund buy at a high. They're always looking to buy down here. They want to buy down here and sell here. That's why they say buy low, sell high. All right. But the contracts, the cliche to that is when you're buying low, that's in relation to market makers, not retail traders. Retail traders buy at highs. Why? Because they are excited. They don't want to miss the train. They only enter when the train is moving. They don't wait for the station. They don't wait for it to start the port call. Do you know what I mean? They don't wait for it to board. They want to catch the train while it's moving, not wait for it to be at the station kind of thing. So a market maker will wait at the station for the move, you know? That's how it works, guys. Likewise, in a seller's market, when price is dropping, people think the seller's in control. Hell no. The reason why people are going short is because the market makers are giving them the contracts to fulfill those short contracts. You know, the market makers are coming in and saying, oh, you guys want to sell? Okay, I'll give you this buy contract. I'll fulfill your liquidity by giving you a buy contract, the opposite. So he makes a market for them. All right. And he does that continuously. He buys, he buys, he buys, he buys. Let's look at what happened to Ethereum, okay, on Friday. Classic example. What happened? The market sold off. Everybody started to panic. Why are you panicking? Okay, this is a very good candle, because when market makers when they buy, they need price to be lower. All right, so they're smacking price down. They're hitting areas, hitting levels at the bottom. Retail traders are getting scared and they want to go short. All right, so the market maker steps in and goes, yeah, I can use that liquidity to get a buy order in. I can get Ethereum on the cheap. Bang, bang, bang. They send price down and then they reverse it. This sell-off here was fantastic for us. Sell-off to the retail traders. All right. This here was brilliant. It was an opportunity to get in cheaper, because look what they did to price. If market makers were selling, if they were getting rid of positions, do you think they would continue it going up? No. Do you know what I mean? They don't sell on the, they only sell on the way down when they've achieved the rise in price. Like what they've done here. Look, it's risen and it's come back down again. They start the process all over again. You know, they wait, they form a formation and they keep on moving up, up, up until they get enough orders at a certain level and then they reset it. Why do you think we keep coming back to these averages and moving away from them, making higher ground? Because conceptually, people, market makers need to create the illusion that price is rising in value in the exchanges. They need to facilitate it, because if price was stuck laggard in a boring zone, like, for example, XRP, right? I mean, look at XRP before it did this wild ass move. Right, this is the market cap, but it's exactly the same as the chart itself. I mean, look at that. It's pretty dead. No one's interested. Guys that are investing here, guys in buying into the concept of what Ripple is. Do you understand? Obviously now it's going up, but that's a different story. Okay? So, going back to the stopping volume, I know I went off a tangent there, but going back onto the stopping volume, okay? This candle here is to stop the market from going further against the market maker, okay? They step in, all right? Because the sell-off here that happened triggered shorts. They had received a large influx of guys going in with shorts, but they obtained the liquidity they needed to ride price back up to the upside, because they got the longs here, they got them here, they got them here, and they got them here. They started moving price down here and they saw an influx of orders and they needed to trap the liquidity. They needed it to stop, because then that means if they allowed it to go down further and get more greedy, the guys who went short would have realized a profit, and the market makers ain't about that. They don't want you to see a profit, all right? They want to get you trapped in a trade. They want you committed, all right? So this is where the stopping volume comes in. They hit the zone, absorb all the liquidity from the shorts, and then reverse the trend. They reverse price back up. They surprise all those guys. They keep them committed, because retail trader will say, oh, okay, it's pulled back. It's pulled back above the 200-day. All right, I'm going to wait and see if it pulls up to the 50-day, because conventional wisdom says that when price is below the 50-day or below a moving average, always go with the trend of the average. Okay, I'm going to enter short. Fair enough. Okay, cool. So they do that. The market makers send price back up to the moving average. They spike the moving average here, give the retail traders the belief that it's limited and it's not going to go any further because it got spiked. Okay, so they paint a, shooting star, whatever you want to call it. All right. And then they reverse price back down. So the guys who went short here had their stops taken out whilst the market makers reversed price, gave them an opportunity to enter back in short again here, okay? And then before you know it, the market makers shifted the zone, which leads us onto the Britney candle. We call it the Britney candle. Who said it? Jack, some guy called Jack called it, shift me baby one more time, the Britney candle, And it was quite funny, but if it helps you understand it, fair enough. Do you understand? If it helps you understand the game, happy days. All right. Let me just go on to looking at the comments here, because I've had a few comments. Started training 3 months ago. I'm training 7 a week. Okay, cool. Use and make it lose. Okay, I started training 3 months ago and I started with $100 to train. I made after a week 70%. It was like, okay, let's put real money. After that, I only made $100, then lose it, then make it again and lose it. I feel like I'm wasting a lot of time and I'm not doing the right thing always. You're forcing your trades, my friend. Can you set a specific profit? Then can you set a specific profit to get out before loss? Well, yeah, you can. You know, it's either a target profit or you take what you're given. Because remember, you've come into a game of uncertainty. You didn't know it was going to realize a profit. Do you understand? We don't know it's going to realize a profit. We can only assume. We have a probabilistic approach to our methodology. If we are in line with the cycle of the market makers, we will get paid. If we don't see a profit within 2 hours of placing a trade, we get out, we reevaluate. Okay, big organization make big difference. I'm learning so much at the moment. Yes, if you own a big percentage of the market, you can manipulate. It's not even owning the market, Loz plays, you know? It's having most amount of money to create the market, you know? Would you, as a pro trader, jump on any stopping candle right away and still wait to see momentum? Kenobi, I always jump on stopping candles, you know? And this is why I'm quite reluctant to let you guys see me live trade, because you're going to ask me a plethora of questions and say, but you know, that's not the peak formation. That's not that. That's not this. You know, I'm a discretionary trader, you know. So, you know, what are the colored lines at the bottom of your screen? How do they influence your trade? The colored lines at the bottom of my trade, they don't really influence much. This is, I mean, this is a TDI. This is a really posh RSI, which is, it's in the indicator. Oh, shoot. I need to attach that for you guys. Forgive me. That just reminds me of something. Give me a second. Give me a split second. I need to attach the Discord. Oh my God. It's one of the first things I do, because that's where it's at. You know, you guys, it all happens on the Discord. 2 seconds. Okay. Discord. Okay, cool. And I'm going to pin that to the top. Cool. Right. Okay, let me just go back to that question. Would you? Yeah. So this is, yeah. So there are things, I'm a discretionary trader in the sense where, you know, I'll apply a certain strategy at a certain point in time. I stay in line with my strategy, but I've got flexibility to really play around with the market. If I see a strategy, okay, you know, or I see a certain candlestick, I'm going to take the trade. You know, if we go back to the Sunday trade, the Sunday move here, okay, I would have entered on the close of this candle, to be honest with you. I would have entered on the close, because I knew for a fact that from this candle, okay, that they would not have sent price lower, but they could have, you know. I can make the conviction there and then, okay, but I could be wrong as well. But I pay to play. Do you understand? I pay to play. I don't wait to, you know, I won't hesitate to place the trade based on my understanding of how, you know, how many times I've seen this sort of formation, you know. So you see me live trade and you see me enter on a candle like that, you're thinking, yo, hold on a sec, Tina, what are you doing? Because I've been teaching you guys a week, we wait for the pattern, okay? We wait for the retrace, we wait for the pullback, and then the continuation, okay? There are advanced strategies that I apply, okay, that I won't show you until I feel like, you know, everyone's understanding the basic entries. You guys alone can make a fantastic living off the entries at a basic level, you know? You won't need to, you know, you won't need to get into these levels here. But I put myself in these positions because my goal as a trader is to, you know, verify my understanding of the market makers. You know, I want to get in on that trade there and understand it, because then if I see it again, I'm going to try and take it again. It's like, it's my way of getting back against the market makers. Like, oh, you just printed that candle. You think I'm going to wait for the retrace continuation? No, you know, I've seen it happen too many times. I know what's coming next, but I could be wrong, you know? So, Ken Barbie, Does that answer your question about the stopping volume and the shift candle? So the shift candle, sorry, let me continue. The shift candle, right? When you have a consolidation period like this, when you have a pattern, all right, the shift candle is the candle that is similar to the stopping volume. They need to get out of the zone. They need to stop allowing the guys to effectively earn money, all right? The shift candle, the Britney Spears, all right, is the market maker's way of getting ready to run price up for profit, okay? Every time you see a candle shift out of a zone, okay, because you can see it was previously here and then it's completely pulled away from that zone, all right, you know that it's going to look to make moves to the higher ground or in the desired direction. Why? Because they've trapped all the money in this area here and they now need to see a profit from it. Because if they don't get out of that zone, okay, they're exposing themselves and the retail traders will effectively push the market in a direction which frees up the money. And the market makers can't allow that. They have to be in complete control. So when they shift out of the zone, an aggressive candle like this is a perfect example, all right? It can be a candle like this. It can be up like this, okay? But you want to see ideally a green candle, you know, because they have intentions to move price higher, all right, and get out of the zone because they don't want to lose the liquidity they've been building in this area. They need to realize a profit on the previous candles that they have built their longs on. Look. Yeah? Can you see how they've come back to the previous areas here? Not because price just retraced. No, you have to see context in this, guys. They don't tell you this shit. You know? Red candle, red candle. This is just a volume candle that changes color when it's above a certain, more than above average. You know? You know, this template comes with indicators. It comes with volumes. I can put volumes as well. So if I go to, I can just click here and I can go to candle set, volume set black there. Put it there, press OK. It's right there at the bottom. There's the volumes right there, you know? They're my volumes. Look, selling off is rising, it's rising, green, stopping candle, bang, move away. Look at that, big green candle, boom, move, move, candles, move. You know, it's market makers adding their positions, but I don't use it anymore or as such because, you know, when I see the green or the red, I can gauge what kind of volume we're looking at, you know? So I hope that helps, Ken. So are you saying that market makers, channel? So are you saying that market makers are loving the XRP train and they're destroying the short sellers who begin to gather in bigger and bigger waves? Now it's testing a recent high. You got to remember the market makers made the move earlier on. Look, the market makers went short, okay? And then they started the short selling up here. Whilst they were selling off their contracts, okay, they were getting in long as well at the same time. All right. So now what they're doing, what did we say before, guys? What's the one thing I say to you guys, right? Second. What's the one thing I say to you, right? That I always say to you, tell me what are the two things I say about price when it does this wild movement? What is it? I want to know. What do I say to you? Because if you're just coming here just to sit and listen, you know? Correct. Come on, Jafar's got the right idea. Fast move is a false move. Quick move, false move. There you go. You know? Fast move, false move. You can get the template on TradingView. Come to the Discord. Slow is the true trend. There you go, Jafar. The sarcastic respect. That saved me a lot of money. Fast move is the false move. And look, slow trend is the true trend. What's it doing? Slowly rising. Picture perfect pump and dump. You know? Picture perfect pump and dump. You know, if it's aggressive move to the upside, it's an aggressive move to the downside. Fast move is the false move. And then the trend starts. What happened here, guys? Look, what happened here? Fast move is the false move. Let's look at it on the lower time frame. 15-minute. Where we at? Here we go. Where is it? Look, fast move is the false move. How can you be rising for so long and then automatically drop so fast? Something's wrong. You know? Go over here. Look. Fast move is the false move. It retraced. Okay, granted, it did drop. But the point is, as traders, it doesn't matter. We ride the patterns. If the pattern here shows that it's selling off, fast move, it's false move, bang, you know it's going to retrace back up. Go back to the stream that it happened at. Go to the stream on the 11th of February. I say to you, it's dropped now. It's going to retrace that whole candle. Okay, it's going to retrace the whole candle. And it did just that. Same again, Friday. It dropped. I said it's going to retrace the candle and make highs. Bang, it went up. Just go watch that video, guys. Not because I'm there saying, yeah, I called it out, I predicted the move. Bullshit. I'm not interested in predictions, okay? I'm not here to show you guys my ability as a trader. I'm here to get you guys to understand that the way you're looking at trading from a new perspective from before you came to this channel was wrong. And now you're effectively getting the piece of the puzzle, which is going to help you effectively make money on this, you know? I'm going to stop streaming. I'll stop streaming. I will completely put an end to all of this. You would have had enough, and I said it tonight in Discord, you will have enough content for you to just let go over and over in your mind, okay? Listen to it every day for you to understand it and move forward, you know? I can give you the patterns, all right? I can tell you the contents, okay? The context of what a cycle is, okay? Back again, a cycle. W formation, the start of a cycle is the peak formation, where they get the accumulation status from. This is where they make their moves. They build the liquidity in this area. When they move away from it, we expect a shift candle, shifting out of the zone. When they shift out of the zone, it means they're getting ready to mark up. When a market maker wants to make money in two cycles, he does it like this. He does it in a markup phase where he rises price, or in a markdown phase when he drops price. Okay, that's how the market maker makes his money, in the two phases. All right, so peak formation, price rises. All right, it pulls back. Level one is confirmed when it pulls away. It makes a high and pulls away from it and consolidates. Now level one can take as long as it wants. Okay, but the way you confirm level one is when price comes back and breaks above it. And what does it print? The pattern. It prints the pattern. There's the tattoo. Okay? Do you see it? There's the tattoo. Up, retrace, continuation. Then we have another cycle. So whenever you see a W formation occur, okay, you know you're expecting another move to the upside, level one. When level one is formed, you expect a retrace and you're then expecting another move to the upside. So where are we on the 15-minute time frame? We've got our W formation down here as such, okay? Rise out the level, okay? Level one effectively ends here. So what are we expecting? We're expecting another move to the upside. Whilst we're waiting for another move to the upside, price has dropped, formed another W. So we're using confluence of cycles and patterns in a pattern. Do you understand? Sorry, the confluence of a pattern within a pattern, forming a new cycle within an existing cycle. So it's only stacked to the upside, all right? However, it could all go wrong and it could go the opposite direction. Do you understand? You have to be always prepared to say, here's my analysis, okay? I'm happy with my analysis. I'm going to place my trade. I paid to play. Done. Can it go wrong? Yes, I'm okay with that. Fine. Keep trading. Have I seen a profit in the first 2 hours of the trade? No. Close the trade. Have I realized a profit in the first 2 hours? Correct. Hold the trade. Hold the trade for 2 days if you want, as long as you realize the profit after the first 2 hours. Because if you're entering and you hit profit within the first 2 hours, it means you're effectively involved in a shift, or you're involved in a retrace continuation. Okay? And that continuation is going to break down, and you would have been out of the trade before it completely breaks down, you know? So once you have the second formation, so in order to understand what a cycle is, you have to form, price has to rise, it has to form a peak, it has to pull away from it, and when you've got that V bottom there, okay, it usually is at a moving average, okay, confirmation, it rises. One more time, there's the pattern. Then you're expecting another move to the upside. Level 1 and level 3, okay, are the most choppy and most aggressive areas, all right? Level 2 just continues nicely, all right? Level 1 and level 3 are the most complex levels, all right? They're the hardest to make the judgment on, because level 3 is where, oh, is it an M pattern? What is it? Do you understand? W formation. Is it a W? What is it? Level 1. Okay? Cool. Yeah, Ripple will keep rising, man, because they're accepting certain things about the court case. They know that it's going to go in their favor anyway. So after a false move down, would it be more viable to buy them? Ricardo, don't try and apply, you know, really risky trades without, you know, just because it's a fast move, false move doesn't mean that, you know, it's going to continue back up. Yeah, granted, it should continue back up. And, you know, when you catch the right fast move, false move, okay, you know, 7 out of 10 times it's going to go in your favor. But you need to have a repertoire of trading understanding, you know, to really take those trades, you know. Build your repertoire, understand the context, you know, like in poker, all right? Just because you got a pair of aces pre-flop, when the flop happens, okay, you look at the board and you ask yourself, right, what can I see? Can I see an ace? No, I've only got the top pair. Can I see a draw? Yep, I can see a straight draw, 5, 6, 7. What are my odds on my ace hitting and winning throughout the rest of the turn and the river? You know, you don't blindly just go in because you know, it's a fast move, false move. That fast move, false move can be as false and as long as it needs to be, you know? If I get it, let's say I got enough money to move Bitcoin 10% up by buying everybody's profit taking, people get hyped. I sell and short the market, drop, rinse, repeat. Put it like this, Christian. For you to do that, okay, get into a position where you have that much money, you would be a market maker. Can you tell me something about the M's on this chart? Han. So the M's on the W form on the M 15-minute time frame, I mean, there's not really an M formation here. You know, there's like a little head and shoulders because, you know, an M formation, okay, like the W formation, aggressive move to the upside, okay, usually leads with 3 vector candles, okay, 3 pushes to the high, create the, you know, the ATH, create the hype, get guys involved, retrace. Your retrace usually comes in line to a 50-day moving average, all right? Once you've got the guys trapped at the 50-day moving average, because the guys who entered in the all-time high, okay, effectively have had their stops hit by this pullback, all right? But also, they've had the impression that, you know, it's going to test the 50-day and continue back to the upside. So what price does then is it rises and rises, okay? Everybody's getting excited again. They're setting their stops as price is rising, but price doesn't take out the previous high, all right? And then it comes back again. They start thinking, oh, it's going to retest the 50-day and continue. Wrong. What happens is in this area here, it starts to pin, okay, a few pin candles, and then out of nowhere, they shift the zone, okay? When they shift the zone, they've trapped all the money up here, guys. They've got the retail traders trapped because they don't want to miss the all-time high. You know, Ether's going to go, Ether's going to go. You know, Bitcoin's moving, it's moving, 50K, hype, hype, hype. You know, they've grabbed all the liquidity. They've got them committed there, and they shift out of the zone quick, all right? And they think, right, it's going to retrace. Okay, so I'm going to buy some more because it's going to break out from the 50-day because we're at the all-time high. Retrace, continuation, level 1. Down here to the 200-day. So you can see that this effectively would be the 200-day, all right? And then what do? They break the 200 day, they come back up, retrace. Okay. Yeah, they come back up, retrace, find support at the 200 day. Okay, I'm going to add now, retail trader. Then they break down again, level 2 confirmed. Next level, level 3. Starts to get a bit choppy. Fear and greed. Drop a little bit more maybe, confirm level 3, peak formation. Rise, come back again. Rise, come back again. It's a vicious cycle, guys. But what I'm saying to you is, don't be naive in thinking that it's only always going to be nice for us. Up, down, you know, because market makers are really nice people. Nah, man, you know, hunt or be hunted, simple. Mr. Bud, this stream made me a better trader, made me thousands, thanks. No worries. Thanks for going through so thoroughly. No worries. Isn't this weekend a textbook sleeper market waiting for a move Monday? Potentially. So it's important to see the W all the time. And when it goes up from the end of the W, you can go in for a long trade. Principally, yeah. Repertoire, Stephanie. Principally, yes, Gabun. Okay. When you see a W, you're ideally aiming to be long. All right. Look, Ethereum has been, it's 5 days from its previous peak formation. That means I'm only looking for longs. We noticed I never really talk about shorts. You know, I never talk about shorts. Why? Because that's against the peak formation. I'm not going to say one thing and then do something else, because you guys are going to say, hold on a sec, Tina, you said this, you said this, you said this. I don't like you anymore. You know? That's how it is, guys. Trade in line with the peak formation. The peak, the peak, the peak. This is the clue about your future trades. Until this area gets broken, okay, we are in line. We are now 6 days into the peak formation. That means this area here has held for 6 days. Market makers ain't done yet. You know? $5 $100 challenge starting tomorrow. I'm doing a challenge soon. I'm going to do a realistic challenge where we put $500 into an account, okay? And I place trades to demonstrate my, you know, to showcase my thought process, okay? But, you know, I'm just working out how it's going to work in terms of times, you know, so that everybody can benefit from it. And savages, they feed on dumb money, and that's what keeps them alive. Well, Mez, there's 2 types of money. There's the smart money and the dumb money. All right. Remember, market makers can be smart money, and they can be dumb money as well. Dumb money meaning retail traders, banks, institutional funds, hedge funds. You know, they are dumb money. Remember that. Because they've got all of the people's money. You know, all the people's, you know, your white collar guys, the guys who pay into funds, you know, the guys who, you know, want to put savings into an account. They use that money and they put it into the markets. They give it to the market maker. The market maker says, thank you very much. Let me take your stupid money because you think you want price at this amount. I'm going to put it into, you know, match it with other guys who think price is going to go here. And I'm going to profit on the transaction, let alone profit on the move itself. You know? Market makers, man. It's a conspiracy. Man, don't piss me off. You know? Set up a poll on your Discord and see who will be active the most on what time. Promotes your Discord and also sets you up for the challenge well enough. Okay. I like that. On the 5 hour, on the 15-minute chart of Ethereum, stopping candle, which, oh God, have you noticed the weekend goes red the last 4 weeks? It doesn't go red, Canada. It sets up the move. By tomorrow, my projection for Ethereum, okay, is we found support at the 200. I mean, guys, this is a huge support area. It's huge, you know? My projection is we're at M2, okay? By Tuesday, we should be hitting M4. We should hit M4 at least from now And I've been saying all week, 1900, Ethereum, 1900. That's my profit target. You know, where is it? Have I got it here? Where is it? Here we go, 1900. Scroll across. Where is it? Where's she gone? I had it written down here. I'm so angry about that. 1900 M4 is the medium-term target, and it hit it. You know, back on Friday session, because remember the peak, the M patterns change, the M pivots they change. Okay, but my projection for Ethereum is that we're going to go from the M2, which is now confirmed, M2 to M4, which is the 1900 range daily high. End of. Nothing else to it. There could be even a bigger W forming here, guys. We could form, so really we want from here. So this is the W that we need. We need the W from here. Rise. It's going to slightly pull back at the 50-day. Then it needs to stay above this area. And then it continues to the upside. After it makes that break to the upside, to the M3 pattern, if it breaks the M3 pattern, what are we expecting? We are expecting a retrace continuation to the upside. You know? Right. No, it's not financial advice. No. It's just I'm giving you a price projection. I can give you a projection. No problem. There's not a problem with the projection. It's my opinion. Do what you will. You know? Did you like the video, Benjamin? That is wicked. That is wicked. Just keep going over the videos, guys. You know? Adam, books to suggest. There's only really one book that you need, okay? And it's understanding the concept of probability, all right? And that's by Mark Douglas, Trading in the Zone. You can buy the book or you can download the PDF off, you know, online or something, I don't know, however you want to do it. Buy that book. That book will explain to you beliefs about trading, because the reason why most people lose is because they have a belief system that's been ingrained to them from back in the day, and they take that belief system with them in their everyday life, and then they, you know, they apply it in all aspects of their life, and they question why are they where they are, because the mindset, the belief that they've got, you know, it's been regurgitated so much in their life that it's dictating everything without them really wanting it to happen, you know, and some don't even know that it's happening. For example, when a child is born, okay, this is one of the examples in the book. He goes on to mention how the importance of beliefs and the effect that they have. So when a child is born, it's fearless, you know, doesn't know right from wrong. Gets to about age 2, 3, okay, it sees a dog, okay, and it looks at the dog and it thinks, oh, how cool is that? It goes over to the dog, it tries to stroke the dog. Okay, it has no fear. However, the dog bites the child. The child is in fear. She's crying. She's realized fear. Okay, that stays as a trauma to the child. The child then grows up to avoid dogs. All its life, it continues avoiding dogs. And then that belief system has made her believe that dogs are bad. You know, she's in her 20s and she won't get a dog. All her friends say to her, get a dog. It's the most friendly thing on earth. And she can see the benefit of having a dog. But because of that trauma, that belief system made her stay loyal to it, and she won't allow that, you know, she won't let go of that belief. That's the same principle. Ah, happy Valentine's Day. Hello. Ah, my mother's coming. Happy Valentine's Day, Mum. I was going to say it to everyone, but fuck it. I was a bit late. You know, my mother's entered the building. Can you compare predicting stocks, crypto the same as horoscope theories? What a question. Can you compare predicting stocks, crypto, the same as horoscope theories? I'm not predicting, my friend. You know, a prediction is I think Ethereum is going to go to 5K. The prediction is so wild called, there's room for you to forget about it because it's so far away. You know, by the time it happens, you won't remember who said it. And then when it does happen, the guy who says it will come up with that video and say, I told you it was going to hit 5K, but no one believed me. I'm a great crypto enthusiast. I know my coins. Bro, you said 5K by the end of the year or whenever it's going to happen, you know? We're in the biggest adoption of cryptocurrency. Of course it's going to get to 5K. Look how many people are buying it, you know? Tell me where Ethereum's going to go in a day's time and tell me what it's going to do at that point, right? Based on your understanding of the market. That's where the true gold is. From an investor's perspective, yeah, great, 5K Ethereum. If I hold 50 Ethereum, I'm laughing, you know? Trading, Stephanie, man. Happy Valentine's Day, Golden Hue. Happy Valentine's Day, man. So you want to say, we are scared of trading like a child from a dog, and that's the problem. Yes, Gabon. Why? Because everyone gets burnt in trading. And they repeat that belief system in their trading. It's hard enough that they tell you that trading is 95% failure rate. They've already set you up for failure. You have the belief that you lose in this game before you get started. Why would you start trading? You know? Dogs are conspiracy theories, Ken. Dogs are conspiracy theories. Shit, man. Do you think we will see a bear market cycle? Benjamin, 277 views. Oh. How and why you use the RSI? Okay, cool. Great question. Okay, how and why I use the RSI? Okay, so the RSI itself is it's a measure of the strength or the flow, okay, of price, right? Now, this RSI is different. Still using the concepts of the RSI, you know, overbought and oversold, all right? But what's great about it is it uses the Bollinger Bands, okay, the volatility bands, to help you gauge prices movement, which effectively helps you work out market makers' behavior, okay? So we're approaching highs. I can see divergence. Look, outside the volatility band, back inside the volatility band. I've got divergence. Outside, back inside. Divergence. Price is rising, makes the high. Divergence. So it means that they're closing lower as it rises higher. There's not much strength. Something's going to change. Okay? Likewise, when it's down here, you know, shark fin head, outside the volatility band, market maker behavior, brings it back in, pulls it right back outside the volatility band, W formation. So I use the RSI as well to help me see W's and M's. Look at it. Can you see? W formation right there. So it helps me see W's. Big woo, I'm 19, I have 7 ether. Is that enough for me to reach a good sum of money? Sit tight, 90, big woo. You sit tight, bro. You don't need to do anything. Alright? I paid my parents' debt off. Brother, I'm crying. My DeFi coins changed my life. Well done, Redder, man. Congratulations, man. Congratulations, bro. That is brilliant. Here we go, guys. Ethereum. That is awesome. That is brilliant. You've done that, bro. That is awesome. Guys, can we like the stream before I continue? Please. 242 of you in the room. Just whacked a tenner. Can you see if that was smart? You just whacked a tenner on there, Thunder Donkey. Okay, let's have a look because I really want to pay attention to Ethereum ST XUSD. Whoa. Oh God. Let's see, dude. I mean, it's copying exactly Ethereum's move, so let's see how it plays out. Let's see if this W pattern works. Let's see. It's at the 50-day and the 200-day. Let's see if it works, dude. Let's see. Here we go, Ethereum. She's moving. So we're at the pivot point. If we take out the pivot point, guys, I'm expecting Ethereum to rise from the pivot point. Okay. Rise from the pivot, retrace, continue back to the M3 point. Okay. Once we've hit the M3 point, we will retrace continuation to the range daily high. Once we beat the range daily high, there's a good chance that we could see the M4 because M2 is confirmed. Based on how price behaves at the M2, okay, in the support, I mean, market makers have been buying. Now they've come at the 200-day moving average, stayed above the peak formation. They're now smashing away and out from price. So now we need to hit the previous day's high, which is this dotted line. Once we break this area here, we're good. I would have expected me to respond, but I'm feeling great, thanks. Christian, man, that's fine, bro. You know, we're here. We are here. We are here. And make sure you get yourself in the Discord, bro. You know? Oscar Gordon, can someone explain why Ethereum and Bitcoin just pumped right now? If you're in the stream, bro, if you come to this stream, you'll understand why. That's the great thing. But right now, we are forming out of a peak formation. We are forming out of a peak formation. The cycle is being respected. Price is closing, guys, above the 50-day moving average. What does that mean? So on the 1 hour time frame, what do we want to see? We want to see price close above the 5 and the 13 EMA. What's it doing now? Closed above the 5 and, well, it needs to close above the 5 and the 13 EMA. But more importantly, the 5 and the 13, which is the yellow and the red, they need to cross over. So we're not out the woods yet, okay? This could be a very sharp V pattern, all right? If I look at the volatility on the 1 hour, I'm there, outside the volatility band, okay? It's now come across the market, the signal line. It now needs to come above the market baseline, okay, and continue, and we should be working a shark fin on the volatility band to the upside. But looking at the 15-minute time frame, all that criteria has been hit completely. You know, look, volatility band, W formation, outside the volatility band, back inside the volatility band, continuation to the market base, rise, find support at the market base, at the signal line, break outside the volatility band. That's the next move. That's what we want to see. That's exactly what we want to see. Look at that. That, guys, could be deemed as your shift candle. Take out the stops, rise. What are they doing at the lows, guys? Pay attention. Look what they're doing at the lows. Pin, 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 pin. Let's look in correlation to the candle above. Not so much pin. Relatively good. Pin. Pin's lower. Small. Very small. Small. Okay. Small. But we've got more pins to the lows. Why? Because where market makers are building, they're taking the shorts, okay, and using it to get their longs filled at lower prices. Look what it's doing now. It's rising up. It's coming out, okay? It's moving out of the zone. This could be effectively our W formation as such, or a V pattern, okay? So we're here, you know, holding it down with Ethereum, man. I project you get 100k subscribers by the end of the year, Tino. Chris, that'll be awesome, dude. If we can get 100k subscribers by the end of the year, that'll be wild. I love Brittany. Someone short on the 10,000 leverage or what? Wow, someone do that. So we're not going to pull down from the M2 anymore, you think, because of the W you drew earlier. I thought we might expect to move down from it. It all depends on the strength of this move out of the zone, okay? Depends if they want to get out of this zone, because we are at the 200-day moving average and the 50-day moving average, okay? I'm expecting that if it rises, okay, cool. Then it could pull back, form a retest of the M2, and then continuation to the upside, okay? So we are still effectively in the pattern, but you can profit from these positions, you know? It is coming out, all right, and it's going to trying to close above the 50-day. It has closed above the 50-day. You know, the 5 and the 13 have crossed. If you look at the 1 hour time frame, you've got yourself not so much the same story yet. Okay, it is closed above the 50-day and it's confirmed above the 50-day. If you look at where it is on the 50-day, you'll see. Look at that. Finished there. You know, it started there as such. The wick's there. All right. Now I need the 5, which is the yellow, and the 13, which is the red. I need them to cross for me to grant that it's a signal to the upside. Do you understand? Confirmation, confirmation, confirmation. Do you understand? This is what I say to you guys all the time. I've saved you more money making sure that you look for confirmation, you know? And that's important. Respect the pattern. Respect the rule. All right? If you're here to make money, you're not going to last. If you're here to understand how to make it, okay, then you will become fishermen. You will learn to fish and you will eat for the rest of your life. All right? Don't get in the hype of making money. That's not your goal. Your goal is to understand this system. Once you understand it, then you can go and make money, because you'll just get so used to hitting trades, you know? Kappa helmet, you want me to look at the 1 minute time frame? Wicked. Okay, let's look at the 1 minute time frame, see where we are in perspective to that. Okay. All right, okay then. So the 1 minute time frame, that's my forte. I love the 1 minute time frame. Okay, there's your shift candle, the 1 minute time frame. Do you understand the importance of understanding the 1 minute time frame? Every single guy in Forex will tell you not to look at the 1 minute time frame. Every single guy. Go and do it, you know? Go and ask traders on the internet, all right? Go say to them, you know, I'm thinking of starting to trade. Do you think I should trade on the 1 minute time frame, or I should trade on the 15-minute time frame? Guarantee they say to you, you should do the 1 hour or the 4 hour time frame. The bigger the time frame, the better. Why is that a lie? Market makers scalp. This is how they build their positions. Yeah? They build their positions on the smallest time frame. It's high frequency trades. They need to get in all that money as soon as they can. Okay? They're not going to wait a day. They're going to get it in straight away. Don't wait 4 hours. A 4 hour time frame, you've missed the fucking move. Do you understand? You've missed it. You know? You need to make sure that that you understand that the 1 minute time frame is where the market maker does his work. All right? He does his work on the 1 minute time frame. We use the 15-minute and the hour because we want to try and make a little bit more money on the swing of the move. Okay? We learn patience. In 1 minute scalping game, you know, there's no time for, you know, you can't hesitate in the 1 minute time frame, guys. It's a treacherous environment. All right. And that's what drew me to it. I wanted to master it. All right. A simple strategy. That's all you need on the 1 minute time frame. Trade away from the 15, trade away from the 50, trade back to it. That's all you got to do. Trade to it and back to it. Chowper, got the template to work. Thanks. Wicked, bro. That is wicked. No worries, man. You know. Motatin, you think Ethereum will correct soon or just going to continue to pump over the next few weeks? Motatin, we're focusing on what Ethereum's going to do in the next day or so. And that's how we project what's going to happen with Ethereum. You know, we'll know in a few weeks where we are. Okay. I feel like on the 1 minute time frame, you feel how hard they're pushing. Correct, Kappa. You do. When you look at the 1 minute time frame, okay, I can look at the 1 minute time frame and I can just build this consensus about what are they trying to do. Do they, for every time they pump a candle to the low, okay, it tells me how strong was that pump. And you start to see a little pattern. You start to see a behavior when price keeps tapping the low. You're saying, right, they've got interest to keep sending it down. And likewise with the upside, you know, they want to see higher behavior, right? So look at this now. Price has risen up away from the moving average. It always pulls back. It always pulls back to the average. What I'm waiting for now, all right, is the M patterns to play out. You know, and also the M patterns, right, are different on the 1 minute time frame. They are so different on the 1 minute time frame. They're different because it's different ranges. Look, see how wide they are? Go to the 1 minute time frame. It's different. Okay. Here we are, M0. That's where we are. Very small price movements. Very small. 1 minute is crack trading. Crack trading, you know. It ain't crack trading, bro. It's where the science is at, man. It's where the science is at. Simple as. Take it or leave it. The RSI does print really well on the 1 minute time frame. I mean, look, print that outside the volatility band. Your entry is on the break of the outside of the volatility band. Bang, you're in. Ride away from it. Come up outside the volatility band again. Short. Take a few points. Back to the moving averages. Enter here. You know, you trade the volatility bands on the 1 minute time frames. Great little read as well. Yeah, Kappa helmet. There's tick trading as well. That's where I started as well. Tick trading. No, they're not the smallest. You can have 1 tick candles, but that doesn't really give you anything. I used to trade the 133 tick chart and the 233 tick chart. That's good. The low sugar version. How long is a tick? Oh God, it's literally like, oh, it's less than like, I think it's like less than a second, I think. Or more, just a little bit more. I don't even know. TikTok trading, yeah, okay. Step right on, hit the like button on the get the trading advice. Erica, how you doing? Right, let's pay attention here, right? Ethereum is trying to test. It's taking out the lows, but it wants to come back to the 50-day to test. Okay, so it should retrace back down to this candle here. Okay, but it all depends on the strength because we are actually above the 800 EMA on the 1 minute time frame. On the 1 minute time frame. Okay. So what we need to see now is we need to see price close above the 5 EMA and continue to the upside. Question about holding. Eric, are we supposed to sell and then re-enter the market every year? I hear about how Ethereum will be worth so much in 5 years, but also how will it retrace 80% by the end of 2021? Well, why would it retrace 80%? This is what I mean. It's like they seem to think that, you know, yes, okay, cycles do happen, resets do happen, but 80%, you know, 80%, a wild claim, man. So, I mean, you can't apply the same concept of economics into the trading world. It doesn't make sense, you know? If the market makers keep price rising from now for the next 5 years, granted, something's going to happen. They're going to want to close all those trades, but because they do it systematically as they rise, you know, they're not going to mess up the one mechanism that makes them money. I don't know, man. It's just analysts, man. They hype people up. You know, there's only so much hype that you can get from you know, talking economics. You know, it's theory. In practice, it's a different story, bro. Economic theory is different when it comes to the markets, man. You can't, I mean, I don't go by the understanding of supply and demand in the market. It doesn't exist, you know, because before you can deliver the concept of supply and demand, you know, when someone comes to buy something, they have to be sold something, okay? That there is effectively when supply and demand for me is when the market makers want to do it. They've got the supply. The retail trader is in demand because he wants to trade, okay? He wants to trade. And when people say that there's a pin bar and it's rejecting the high and there's too much supply in this area, it's the biggest joke of all. I think it's absolutely hilarious when they say no one's interested in price at that area. Are you mad? Are you serious? You're saying to me, right, okay, that this candlestick here tells me that no one's interested in that area. Really? How do you verify that there's no interest? What, because there's no orders in that area? The reason why there's no orders in that area is because the market makers have gone up and snapped them, took the liquidity, and completely fooled the hell out of everyone. You know, it's the market maker that doesn't want price to go up there, because if he does, he then releases money, and he doesn't want to release the money. Why? Because he has intentions of sending it lower so he can buy more as it drops. Okay? Rejection. What a joke. What a joke. You know, look at this pin bar here. People who see that pin bar think, right, that should be down here. It should be happening here. Look how they throw people off. They think, oh, that's not a valid pin bar. Or it's going to change. The market's going to change. Well, no, when it happens correctly, it happens and it moves. Look, happens and it moves. Railroad tracks, it moves. You know, they do this to trick people. They think, oh, that's it. Now it's inverted hammer, reversal and whatnot. No, it's bull, man. It's going to keep, nah, it's just, everyone's just been lied to, man. Everyone is being lied to. You know, how can you make money on 1 minute ticks? It's such low percentage. No, it's not. You can make money on 1 minute ticks. Here's an example. Okay. You have to understand the nature of the actual candle itself. Okay. So for example, look. Oh, look, market makers are buying. No. Rejection at the 50-day moving average, retrace continuation to the upside. Look. Rejection at the 50-day. That should continue back up. Remember, 1 minute time frame. I can be wrong. You know? Well, Christian, when you're talking about stocks, okay, there you have to rely on fundamentals because you're not going to buy into stocks blindly. You know, for me, if I'm going to buy into a stock, I'm going to look at what it's been doing in the last 3 quarters. Does it have accelerated earnings above 16%, for example? Okay, what's the PE ratio? How much cash do they have? You know, what are they in the industry? Are they a leader or a follower? You know, what's their market cap? Is it over 1 million? Or the daily market cap as in trading as such? Am I going to be seeing, you know, wild price fluctuations? You know? Yeah, fundamentally, yes. But what I get irritated with is when they say that you try and apply the laws of supply and demand in trading when it just doesn't apply, especially in the Forex market. Back to Louis' question, man. How can you profit from the moves on 1 minute time frame? Well, look, my strategy on the 1 minute time frame is pretty much, you know, I'm waiting for these green and red candlesticks hold precedence on the 1 minute time frame. Okay, they do hold well, you know, and you can also catch M's and W's on the 1 minute time frame. Here's a W down here. Right. All right, forget the gap, okay, but it would have risen, you know, up here. Caught myself my spread. 562 pips, £10 a pip, done. Coming back to the 200 days, show support, retrace to the upside. Rise, retrace, Continuation. That continuation can go on for days. You know? Can go on for absolutely ages. Can ride the M patterns. M1, M2, M3. Keep it up. I have the highest fees of ever, 1.5%, then 35% make a fee, 25% take a fee. Wow. Wow. 15 minutes back in. Let's have a look. I mean, look, everyone has their own opinion about about, you know, certain time frames. For me, it works. I've spent too much time. I've studied this game so much, and I'll keep studying it, and I won't stop. I want to look at every angle and every possible way of applying a science to this. You know, you have to approach this like it's science. You know, be a scientist in this game. Investigate, experiment, learn, pick up, absorb. You know? Where's that 1 minute time frame bit? There we go. Support of the 200-day moving average. Should bounce from it. Oh, my computer's crashed again. Here we go. You see support of the 200-day. I'm going to make my entry. I'd ideally would make my entry now. That's my entry. Break of the 50-day right there. Look at the volatility band. Shark fin as such. Crossing over the market line. Sorry, the signal line. Entry's done. I'm in. Wait for it. Hit at least 5-6 pips. But it's obviously too much spread there. That's why I won't trade it on the 1 minute time frame. Bake me to the moon. Bake me to the moon. You know? But yeah, I just wanted to do this live tonight, guys, just to really put to bed a few questions. What is your take on stop loss? Great question, private company. My take on stop loss is, frankly, if you're entering within the peak formation on the shift candle, it's like, for example, Arnold, one of the guys in the stream, okay, he took this trade fantastically. It was on Thursday. He took this trade on Thursday. Please get the stream up on Thursday, all right? One of the guys in the stream took this trade, all right? He took the trade as this candle printed, which was the shift candle, okay? No worries, Luz. He took the trade as it shifted out of the peak formation, right? He wouldn't have needed to put a stop loss because he had no drawdown. He had no drawdown. And when you put a stop loss, the dealer can see your money. He can see your liquidity where it stopped at. He can spike price down. That's why I don't necessarily put a stop. I'll put an absolute stop where I'll say to myself, if price was to crash, how much would I be prepared to lose? So I'll put it down here. You know, I would never let price get to it, you know, because my stop effectively would be, in a Forex situation, would be 4 or 5 pips away. That's how surgical you can get with this strategy. You can get that surgical. You know? Can you explain the spread and how it has to do with your cost a little more in detail? All right, look. Let's look at dollar yen. Okay? Right now, the market is closed. Okay? So the spread's a little bit more, but look at that. Right? I'm going to bring it to the 1 minute time frame. Here we go. No worries, bro. Look at the spread there. It's 0.2 of a pip. Hold on. Where's the green candle? Well, let's look. Let's go back to, sorry, give me a second. Let me look about that position that I made just now on the 1 minute time frame. There we go. So my entry was here. I'm looking at it going up, breaking out of the 50-day, breaking out of the 50-day. It's gone up, piped up there. I would have taken a profit on that. Straight up there. But on small spreads. Look at the distance. Look at that from there to there. If I go long, I need this bid area here, okay, to be up here for me to deem a profit. It needs to cover that whole area. Nah, man, it's too much spread for me. It's too much exposure before I can realize a profit. Look, I need to travel that distance from here to here. I have to travel that distance before I see a profit. Whereas if I go on to dollar yen, look at the distance it has to travel. And then when the market is open, the spread is practically zero. It's 0.1. It doesn't cost me anything. I just pay a fixed fee for commission. I just pay, like, for example, one lot, I'll probably pay £5, for example. Depending on my leverage, I'll pay £5 for a round lot trade. That basically means it costs me £5 to buy and sell. £5 only. I don't buy for £5 and sell for £5, meaning it's 10. No, I just buy £5 and that's what it costs me. My trade goes in my favor. I make £100, £200, done. Minus my fees, £5, finished. Goes into my account, done. I can withdraw it. That's why I trade it. You know, spread is so important, guys. And that's what I'm waiting for with this platform. I want to try and get it so that the spread is lower. You know, Ethereum rejecting the lows. Again, it's that they're pinning the lows. I've just done that now. Spread. What can you show what spread is with some examples? Well, look, the spread is the distance between the ask and the bid. Okay, this is the ask line. This is the bid. Okay, this is what people are happy to sell at. This is what people are happy to buy at. This is what people are happy to sell at. Okay, and your job is to effectively make sure that price recovers that amount of space spread, okay, before you close it in a profit. Because if it doesn't, you will pay the difference in spread. So your trade always is negative when you start off. Until you go in the favor of your desired trade entry and spread and price keeps rising, the spread will stay the same, but it's above your entry, so you would have covered it. Hi T, how you doing? I'm good, man. I short my Ethereum last night, made profit. Thank you. Now I'm looking to buy back in with Ethereum. And we're just waiting. What should be the entry point? Look, we're in a peak formation right now, my friend, and we're waiting for it to shift out of it. Okay, so this candle needs to continue to the upside. So what we ideally need is this. We need a break. If this move here confirms, we need price to break out of the pivot, which is what it's working on now. And it needs to break out by a decent amount, okay? And it needs to retrace, to re-hit it, or show support at it, and then continue to the upside. As it makes its move to the upside, your entry as such will be in this region here. You know? Canadian, wicked. Let me tell you why Canadian could be correct. Okay? Here we go. The guy said 2020. Okay? 2110. Alright, let's say... Alright, let's 110. Let's say... Okay. Let's do this. 110. Right? That's where he thinks price is going to go. Okay? Is that a valid claim? Right. So from here, all the way up here, is 2,876 pips. Okay? 2,876 pips. Why is that valid? Tell you why. Okay? Because Ethereum moves on average. There's that 1 minute scalp. There you go. Keeps going up. Takes that previous area. Support the 200-day. Rise. 1 minute time frame outside the volatility. Well, shark fin, rise above there, continuation, rising, taking it out. There's your profit. Small spread, of course. Would have rose from here to there, 10 points. 10 points, £10 per point, £100, £300, £30 per point, £50 per point. You know, that's the region that we're going at. But the reason why we could get to 2,110 by the 20th is because it's 2,000 pips away. Its average daily range, it averages, okay, 1,413 pips. Okay, so it's just shy of like 700 pips away, 607 pips more, but it's in line with its average daily R times 3. So from the start of the week till the end of the week, okay, Ethereum would have moved 3 times its ADR, which is 3 times 1,413. So the move from where it's at now to 2,110 is only 2,000 pips. So it's just 1.5 times ADR as such. Why is that a valid claim to 2,100? Because it's in line with its ADR. It's when you get guys, okay, that say, you know, Ethereum to 5K in, you know, by the end of March, all right? Well, 5K is really far away. Let's do it. Where's 5K? Still scrolling, still scrolling, still scrolling, still scrolling, still going. Let's go. Keep scrolling. Can't even go up the chart anymore, man. It's not even letting me. It's not even letting me go to 5K. How sad is that? Let me go to the daily. Won't let me go. Won't let me go. The chart won't let me go. Why? Because it's just too far away. Okay. So Ethereum has found support here. 1 hour. We need a break of the pivot point. Once the pivot point is confirmed, it rises, retrace back to the pivot point. Okay. Rise back up, take out the M3. Once it hits the M3, it's going to retrace continuation to the upside, hit the range daily high. There's momentum in it tonight, guys. There's momentum. Ethereum is moving. 15 minutes until Hong Kong wake up. I'm going to stay 15 minutes and then I'm going to end the live, guys. The Beast. When would it be best time to buy Aquila since it's on the run? Don't, but the Beast. Don't buy anything that's making highs. Wait for the pattern. Wait for a pattern like this. Wait for a rise, a retrace to confirm that area, continuation. Okay, you enter on the retest of the previous high. Okay, you could enter there or you could enter the retest. It's up to you. But that's just me, you know, probabilistically thinking about Ziliquila. I can't even say it. I don't even know it. You know, I'm just assuming that it's making highs and I mean, let me just have a look. Let's put this shit to bed. Zil. There you go. Well, to be honest with you, my friend, don't get involved in it yet. It's messing around. I mean, there is a little bit of a pattern here. Got a little bit of a W formation. Okay. You want to see it ideally break up higher, pull back, continuation to the upside, my friend. That's what you want. You enter on the re-break of the high that it forms from this point here. How you doing, son? It's been a while. No worries, Canadian. No worries, Ricardo. I'm gonna head out to dinner right now. Take care. No worries, my man. You take it easy, brother. That's fine. Yeah, Zillaquila. I don't even know what it is, Zillaquila, whatever, man. But, you know, names of these cryptos, crazy, man. Here we go. Royal Nerve, how you doing, bro? Sleeping in my sickness hit me hard today. Ah, man. You need to just buy Bitcoin, leave no stress, come back 5 years, happy days. PS, all trades are taxable. Not in Forex, man. Ooh, ADA's pulling back. Ooh. Oh, look at that. Ooh. Oh gosh. Still in line with the peak formation. Okay. Price didn't take out the first level consolidation, which is critical. If it takes out the first level of the consolidation, it effectively resets the cycle. You know? All right, 15 more minutes, guys, and then we call it a night. Just going to pay attention to Ethereum now. But we'll be back tomorrow night. Looking at Ethereum. No worries, Quinn. You'll get it, man. Still think it's strange if you find this channel and see the cool stuff on the screen blotted out entitled Ethereum to ask about another coin, but I'm older and bitter. Lewis, it's going to get to a point where the only thing you can see in this chat is people just asking about coins because that's all they want. They just want to confirm their bias, you know? It might not be the same Chopper, but the pivot point is 1824. You might have a different feed because of where you are in the world. Virasha, can I take long in Ethereum now? No. Don't take any longs in Ethereum now until you wait for the pattern. The pattern is it needs to break out of the pivot point, confirm the pivot point, continuation to the upside. So every single night I start the stream at 9:30, 9:45, okay, GMT, every night, all right? I wasn't meant to do one tonight, but I wanted to do one tonight. So I'll try and make it like about 9:45, 9:45 Sunday night, GMT, just before the market effectively opens. Yeah, it's going to be close to yours, Chalupa, whatever, Chopa, whatever. Fair enough, man. It seems that people think if they buy £1,000 crypto at a good price, it will make them rich quicker than understanding trading. I also wanted that first. But you can't blame them, Lewis, because they've got other channels saying Bitcoin to 75,000 in 5 minutes and ADA is going to go to the moon and no one's talking about Mars yet. Let's look at Reef. Here we go. Reef. Support at the 200-day moving average, peak formation, coming out of the formation, rise level 1. I'm waiting for it to retrace, okay, and rise to the upside. It needs to retrace and take out the previous level. Sorry, take out this level, rise, pull back, continuation to the upside to take out this level and this level here. Sylvia, Rica, Maria. Dogecoin's going smart, Elon's handbag. So the thing is, guys, whatever you do, Ethereum makes moves. Everyone else moves, and then Ethereum moves. I'm so put off, but that crazy energy reminds me of Mad Money on MSNBC. This is true, Sun King. This is true. How do you determine a pivot point? A pivot point itself is, let me just do this one and have a quick look again for this guy. A pivot point, the pivot points are from, it's an indicator that prints off based on the close of the last 3 days, the high, low, and close for the last 3 days in price. Yeah, Link is at its highs as such. Okay, so don't really want to be doing anything until it starts to consolidate. It looks like it's consolidating, but it's at a very light average, the 13 EMA. I want to see it at least consolidate back down to the 50-day moving average and then form a pattern and then continue to the upside. But until it does that, you know, I wouldn't buy into it now, unless you're an investor. Excuse me. Yeah, potentially. I have questions, Tina. Correct me if I'm wrong. In 2017-18, when Bitcoin market was around 200 billion, Bitcoin was around 13.5. Now Ether is the same range, 200 billion, but it's priceless in 2K. Why? Because its market cap is so big, you know, it takes a while for it to move. You know, the bigger the market cap, the less volatile it's going to be. Okay? Yeah, I'll have a look into that, man. I mean, I don't really know too much about the fundamentals of cryptocurrency. All I know is I look at what price is doing at the point in time and it tells me, you know, what it's at. Uberage. I mean, if anyone can shed light onto that. Do you think Ox and XM are looking like they're rebounding on the 1 hour time? Does the Hong Kong market influence the trading a lot? Look, when Hong Kong opens, guys, it's just more money being pumped into the market. Remember, cryptocurrency is 24 hours, okay? So when people in Hong Kong wake up, you know, it's effectively a Sunday for them, all right? So, you know, they're at their phones, go see family, got Sunday dinners, you know, work, you know, Monday is the work next day. So they're just going to chill out. So it's just more money that can come into the market. 5 minute, guys, yeah. Tina, is my question valid? Of course your question's valid, bro. Of course it is. There's a logic behind your question. Because back then, Bitcoin it wasn't a coin that was adopted by the big funds. It didn't have the backing of institutions, okay? Ethereum does, all right? Forget about 2017, 2018, guys. It was when no one, you know, it was people were still understanding the concept of cryptocurrency. You know, institutions didn't want anything to do with it. When Warren Buffett said, you know, cryptocurrency, you know, it's not for me kind of thing, no one took interest in cryptocurrency. But all of a sudden now everyone's starting to get into it, you know? So I would forget about what it was and focus on what it is and make your judgment from that. Because that's your job as a trader. Your job as a trader is not really to care about what was the liquidity like back then. You know, you're caring about what's happening now because you want to profit in the next hour. That's a trader, all right? Next hour, you know, 4 hours or a day or two, okay? An investor, you know, he makes his decisions based on the longer game of the fundamentals and the theory of cryptocurrency. Where does he see it? An investor in cryptocurrency will now see that institutional funds are coming in, buying all the crypto as much of it as they can. Well, he's going to say to himself, well, if they're buying it, why aren't I buying it? You know? So he has a reason to buy. No worries, Adam. Take it easy, man. Just waiting for 5 more minutes for the Hong Kong market to open and then we're good. Exactly, Kanoba. I keep saying it. You're saying to me that Warren Buffett hasn't got himself any crypto. I find it hard to believe. So hard. Wow. Really? Historically, Ethereum outperforms Bitcoin in Q1. You think this cycle it will extending longer or no? Elijah, that is a good shout. That's a good question. I mean, remember, Ethereum's got financial backing now. There's institutions coming into it. So whatever theory someone comes up with about Q1 or whatever, frankly, you have to follow the money. Follow the big money. If the big money's coming into the game, the dynamic changes, guys. It changes. 2017, 2018, Bitcoin was the only coin that was holding it down. It was the hype coin, you know? And because it was the hype coin, it was the retailers' hype coin. Institutional funds were like, nah, man, I'm not going to get into this. You know, because if people stop buying Bitcoin, then what happens to us if we invest in it? But now they're understanding the blockchain and the benefits that it's got. They're now adopting it. And they're just buying Bitcoin because the hype is around Bitcoin. Bitcoin's a fashionable coin. Ethereum is the utility. It fixes a problem. It creates opportunity, you know? There you go. There you go. Here we go. Ethereum. She's moving. 15-minute time frame. Where's she at? Where you at? Come on, Ether. There you go. Confirming over the 50-day moving average. Is the pivot point going to come into play? We want this to rise and then it will retrace. Okay? Rise. It's going to look to come back and continue. Have you high taxes? That's corruption, man. I hate that. There you go, Ethereum. Only challenge I see is a gas fee and this transition to the 2. Doesn't matter what short term, the effect of it could sell off a little bit, but that means they can get it cheaper. They won't let it crash. Apparently so. Hong Kong, guys. 1 a.m., 9 a.m. in Hong Kong. Let's go. King Kong beating his chest, you know. "90 days to liquidate the holdings." That is wild. Where did the 1 hour candle close? This will be relevant, guys. Ah, you see? Look at that. Look at this, guys. What was I saying to you earlier on? Right? The 1 hour time frame. Candle needs to close above the 50-day, above the 5 and the 13 EMA, and they both need to cross. It's doing that right now. You know? So it validates this trade as such to go to the upside, but we need to see a retrace to confirm the pivot point, which effectively, if it confirms a pivot point and comes back a little bit, it confirms the second leg. So then we are looking for a shift candle. It's so bad, I know, Kappa Helmet, it's so bad. This is what I mean. This is why you need to understand the system and how to trade. Because, you know, if you're that good at trading, you're in a position to say to yourself, forget it, I'm going to get my family, I'm going to move somewhere so that I don't have to pay taxes. You know, that's exactly what you could get to. Always my most nervous 15 minutes of the day is the Kong. Now waiting for Tino's no financial advice to get into the Ethereum market. I've explained to you what needs to happen, Asif. I've explained to you what needs to happen. What needs to happen is the pivot point needs to be confirmed, okay? It's pushed out of the pivot point, okay? We want it to be confirmed. Now, the confirmation could come in this candle. It could come in a couple of candles after. But ultimately, you want to see the pattern of, on the 15-minute time frame, you want to see price, okay? You want to see price confirm the 50-day. Sorry, confirm the 50-day, yeah? And the pivot. So we want a little bit of a rise and then a pullback, continuation, and your entry as such is on the peak of where it stopped before it can retrace back. Okay? New Turk, I know. I know. They're coming for it hard, man. It's a shame. Ethereum's getting busy. Ethereum is getting busy. Hong Kong is holding it out. Let me go to the 5-minute stream. Here we go. 5-minute time frame above the 50-day. Above the EMAs, looking healthy. Above the 200-day, which is above the 50-day on the 15-minute time frame. It's a valid setup. Valid. I mean, we got a little bit of a cycle here. Rise, retrace, continuation. Done. There's your entry. Bang. Right there. Wait for it to rise. Take quick profits. Done. Happy days. Everyone taking the piss out of me for that. Happy days. Issa, how you doing? You were waiting for my live all day. Are you serious? I always post it. Might try my first trade if it's confirmed. How you doing, Nikesh, man? Bitcoin. Is Bitcoin doing the same? Let me see. I hate that. Hmm? What is that? What on earth are those lines? I mean, what are those lines about, man? Access panel, let me get rid of that. Show levels. Levels off, okay. There we go. That's why. Okay. Bitcoin, what's it doing? It's pretty much doing the same, bro. It's doing the same thing. You promised a day of, and what do you do back to work? A day off? You promised a day off. Yeah. I know. I did promise a day off, but we are where we are. 1 hour time frame, chilling. So W formation, we're waiting for level 1 breakout. Bitcoin exactly the same as Ethereum. You know, you got peak formation rise. Peak formation rise out of the peak formation. Now it hasn't confirmed level 1 yet because it needs to break out of it. So we're expecting Bitcoin to rise in line with the cycle. In line with the cycle. We're expecting Bitcoin to rise. Okay, guys, Hong Kong ain't doing its thing. All right, listen. You were convinced it was going down, so I wouldn't. We also know you won't quit if Ethereum is moving, even if you were told about if you were about to end the stream 20 minutes ago. I know. Critty, Britannia, how you doing, man? So Ethereum now ain't doing nothing for me. Looks like it's just gonna pump, rise, That's it. As I said, I need the pivot point to be confirmed. I need it to break away from it, pull back, continuation to the upside before we can consider an entry. You know? How you doing, my friend? 8 rules, man. I'm glad you liked it. That's awesome, bro. Glad you liked it. 20 minutes later. Okay, guys. The only one that decides when to buy is you and no one else. Nothing on this channel is financial advice. This is true, guys. I can give you my projection. My projection isn't financial advice. Do with it what you will, okay? But we follow the cycle, you know? Okay, granted, people have placed trades. They've made a lot of money, you know? They've made a lot of money from this stream. But, you're in control of your trading. If there's one thing I advise to you is protect yourself, protect your account. It's crucial, it's about staying in the game. All right. So out the pivot point, retrace, continuation. My goal is to do projections of price and how they play out. Thank you, Benjamin. Here we go. It's like they don't want to respect, they don't want to take out the pivot point. They've done their work, they've done their job here. Okay. Now, if we go to the if we go to the hour time frame, look, the EMA now is crossing. We have a valid signal. Okay. That's the criteria of, of the pattern as such. But we need to wait for a retrace back to the pivot to confirm it. So price could trail up a little bit. Art of Bebop, what's good, man? What's good? Rise, pull back, continuation. That's what I'm waiting for. Because like I said to you guys, if you want 50 to 60% success rate, place your trades. Deviate away from the plan. I want to be hitting the 75, 80, 90 trade. That's what I want. I want that success rate. I'm going to commit all my time and all my life, for something that's only going to pay me 50% of the time. No, thank you. Sorry. When I know that there's an edge that can be applied where it's going to pay out 80 to 90% of the time. Take whatever, challenge me if you will on it. It works. And I think we've established that it does for the past week alone. Alexander, what do you think when the confirmation will be? I've said it 4 or 5 times. The confirmation will be when Ethereum decides to pull back from its current move now. Okay? When it starts to pull back, you would have effectively have your high. Okay, here. When it pulls back, you want it to start showing support in this region here. This support region may be in line with the pivot point. Okay? It could actually be down at the 50-day. Who knows? But at that point, you're looking for a candle that is going to convict that it doesn't want to go any lower. Then it will start rising back up. Only when it rises up and takes out the previous candle with conviction, that effectively is your entry as such. Me, I'd be placing an entry here. It's an advanced trade. I will ride with the momentum as opposed to wait for the momentum to happen and see what happens after it breaks out. You know, but that comes with time. Just go 100k, 100x long. Oh God, new Turk with the financial advice. No, I don't want you guys feeling hyped, guys. Look, the way these streams work, they are engineered to help walk you through the process of what price does at key areas. Points of interest for me are here. That's one area, okay? And that's one area there. So if you were to make an entry now, for example, I'm not telling you to, but I'm giving an example. If you make an entry now, if you made an entry now, it could pull back and you'd be in the red and you'd be cheesed off, all right? But these areas are where market makers built longs, so they're going to want to realize profits. Does anyone recall in the back of the stream earlier on when I was talking about, you know, Ken and Barbie's question, and we spoke about the previous candles? Well, look what's going to happen. We're going to take this area out. Yeah, Boyd, Hong Kong isn't open, but there are a lot of people that are buying crypto. SXP. Donatello, totally agree. I appreciate this education. No worries, man. That's all good, man. Yes, Felix. Yes. Mike. No, if it doesn't pull back, it means that if it doesn't pull back straight away, or yet, it means that the pullback is going to be relatively wide. So if it rises, takes out the pivot point, which is what it's done now, we expect price to keep rising for a little bit. So it may take out this level and it may take out this level before it retraces to retest this area here, okay, before it takes out the M3 pattern. Likewise, when it takes out the M3 pattern, we want it to break away from the M3 but come back to retest it to confirm that it wants to see higher ground. Why? Because market makers need to do a stop hunt rise. Stop hunt rise. They need to take out the orders of guys who are going long, and they take out their stops on the way down, and then they reverse and continue back up. I'm not sure. Knowledge and ASMR. What a channel. Christian Roy, you funny guy. Here we go. See, it's will Ethereum take that out? Will Ethereum, for educational purposes, will Ethereum take out this area? Previous area of purchase? Previous area of purchase. Will it take out those areas right now? I'll be so happy if it does. What do you want to look at? A quick word. XLM. Yes, I'll have a look at XLM. XLM is just still in its consolidation zone, guys. Still in that zone, waiting for a pattern. W pattern here. 1, 2, 3 to confirm. It's broken out. It's pulled back as always. Okay, we're expecting a rise to the upside. XLM. Okay, the next one was Mana. Have a look at Mana. Kraken. Sort of the same sort of setup. Rise coming back. Okay. Retrace maybe coming now on the 1 minute time frame. Let's see. The retrace may start when it breaks down these EMAs. It will come back down to retest the 50-day. Okay, but that's not much of a drop in price when you're here. So we need it to really come back down. So here it is, guys. It could be the retrace. So what you're looking for now is retrace. So we've had this move. All right, let me just delete that. So you've had this move up. right? We're looking for now a retrace, okay, to the 50-day and the pivot point, continuation to the upside, okay? For all we know, it could continue down and test the 200-day. It's still in line with the peak formation. Look, we have effectively not really printed off a second leg. So this could actually come down here and then continue back up with a massive shift candle, you know? That's if it's trader's reality. No worries, man. Thank you, Ashley, man. Ashley, sorry, Ashley, female, sorry. Forgive me. I call everyone man. Okay, guys, listen. Courtney G, no worries. I'm going to go. Enjoy your day, your Sunday, or going into Sunday. Enjoy your sleep. Much love. Trade wisely, guys. I want you to trade smart. You know, let's not make any money. Let's make winning trades because it's the byproduct of it. How can you not accept that? If I'm telling you, master winning trades, what's going to come after it? Naturally, money comes. So just do the mind shift. Focus on executing the trade. You know? Cristiano Ronaldo, he wanted to master his football ability. You know? He wasn't in it for the money. He knew that if he scores goals, he's going to earn more money. The more goals he scores, the more valuable he is. Okay? The money comes afterwards. So what does he do? He practices that same kick over and over and over again. You know? $100 more minutes and you can go. I always keep getting this. No worries, Gabriel. Last question. What's your price prediction for Ethereum in a year's time? King LVN, I couldn't tell you, bro. I ain't gonna mislead you and tell you that Ethereum's gonna get to a certain price in a year's time, man. I'll talk you through the time I'll keep coming back to the channel, bro, because we've been talking about Ethereum, okay? We've been talking about Ethereum when it was, where are we? Look at all the writing on here. This whole stream from here, this whole stream has been talking about Ethereum from here. Where are we at? I drew it earlier on. Oh God. Basically, effectively on the 27th of February, okay? 27th of January, here we go. 27th of January, this is when the stream started here, okay? And all my streams are videos on price hitting pretty much every single level. I'd say collectively, the people in my Discord, okay, have collectively earned anything between $50,000 and $70,000 purely of following this stream. You know, it's a good community. I'm trying to turn people into traders, killer traders, market maker killers. You know, that's where it's at. You know? Yeah, I'm not, it is practically impossible. Wicked, bro. Wicked king. That is awesome. JJ, ideally we do want it to come back down to the 50-day. You know, that's what we want because that's just a valid test, you know, but also it can continue. Another question, where could be the next long-term support after breakout? Any idea? Look, in terms of, since I've been watching it, right, in terms of watching, sorry, since I've been watching, Could be the next long-term support after breakout. Look, the long-term support for me, okay, is the 50-day, okay? If it breaks the 50-day and fails, then it's the 200-day. But we're nowhere near that now. So all we can do is just focus on what it's doing, you know? Focus on what she's doing right now. We don't need to care about where the nearest area of support is, you know? Draw the bomb. Tina, mate, thank you so much. I was watching other guys tonight. I really missed you, mate. Ah, man, that's all good. You weren't to know, man. PC Shed. Since I've been watching your backlog of videos, I have proper respect for why you do it. It's totally changed my view on the application toward trading in the zone by MD ordered. Wicked, bro. You'll understand it more now. Ken Val, for more content and cool community, join the Discord pinned at the top of the chat. Thank you, Ken. I like that. Yeah, literally call her she. Here we go. Here she goes. You got it. Yeah, the reason I call her she because dollar yen. She's my lady. I've got a very interesting relationship with dollar yen. You know, it's taken me 5, 6 years to understand her, and now I've just introduced myself to Ethereum. I don't think dollar yen's going to be too happy. You know. Thank you so much, guys. You called it, Christian. She's easy to understand. We still in no sweat. Remember, guys, the 2-hour rule. If you're taking trades, how does the theory of trading crypto vary from Forex? Seems like a lot of similarities. BMAC, this channel effectively was started for me to really test whether or not the concept of trading the cycles and the formations in Forex, which hold true, okay, and the concepts of fractional disparity, right, can they hold in Bitcoin and in cryptocurrency? And so far, she's done well. She's done very well, you know. Ether to 2.5k by Valentine's Day. Now you're chatting, JJ. Like, yeah, the channel started originally on Forex videos, but I'll go back to them anyway. You know, I'm always going to be got time for Forex. I'm just trying to arrange a few things so I can cater for everyone. I like BitBoy. What's his name? Crypto. He's funny, man. He's just funny to watch. How he talks. He's just Arnold Schwarzenegger's son kind of thing. He just makes me laugh. Thank you, John Peter. Wicked. Can you say a word about investing from Revolut? What's that? B Mac, thank you, bro. Here we go. She's moving. I was meant to cut this live 20 minutes ago, but she's moving, man. What am I gonna do? I can't miss out. How much have I got? I haven't got a massive amount, man. you know. I only recently brought Ethereum back when it was like £700-800. No worries, Tarek. I haven't got much. I only hold. I only hold when it comes to cryptocurrency. I got a big bear to my girlfriend and a clone my Willie that I will place on a letter with a necklace with rich eyes and some candy. Yeah. Gonna be funny. What a guy. All-time high, man. Near the all-time high. Okay. I am. Yeah, man. That's cool. Alright, and cool guys, listen, Ethereum, she needs to stop. I want her to consolidate, man, so I can end the live. She just keeps moving. I mean, look, we're pinning the highs and the lows in the price region, okay? So we could just see a progressively slow move, but as I said to you, we could actually see further traction to we effectively could see this come back down, retrace, continuation. That's what we're looking for. Benjamin, thank you so much, brother. Thank you so much. Handoff link, yeah, pretty much. No worries, guys. Yeah, I'm going now. I'm going. Christian, thank you. Thank you, man. All right, and guys, much love to you. I'm gonna go because I'll end up staying. I'm gonna literally go. I'm gonna get out of it because I'll just end up staying in this, I need to sleep. But listen, guys, thanks for passing through. Make sure you join the Discord. Got it pinned to the top of the chat. All right. You take it easy, and we're back in tomorrow night, guys. 9:30, 9:45. Okay. Gonna get hit hard. Yeah. Half 10. Half 9 tomorrow. Tomorrow evening, we're gonna go through pre-market stuff, and Ethereum's moving. Said to you earlier on, guys. Look at these areas of interest that we would look to hit. Okay. One. It's being hit now. Next area. Two. Well, all that area there, such. It's the block, point of interest. If you look at the last stream, okay, yesterday's stream, I drew off these levels. No, the day before, I drew off these levels, and you'll notice I keep drawing these levels before it happens. Price goes to those areas, not because it's a fluke, it's because we understand that these are the market makers' areas of liquidity that they buy Ethereum, okay, and they want to close it at high prices. So when it gets to here, we're interested in seeing it going higher, because they're not going to send price there and then bring it back again. They need to realize a profit. Wicked. All right, guys. Thank you very much, Mike. Thank you. Good night, guys. We take it easy, yeah? Ken Bobby, you can give him a Bitcoin. Wicked. All right, guys. Good night. Take care. Stay safe. All right. Shift me, baby. God. Take care, love.